Hello everyone and welcome to another Sovereign Citizen Sunday. How's everyone doing? I hope you're having a good weekend so far. We are about to watch some of my new favorite traffic stops. Just a very funny one coming out in the past few days that we're going to take a look at. So that's good. Daquan's back. We have all sorts of stuff, so it's going to be good. Let's see what I missed in chat. Halloween Town, thanks for a 5-stream streak, says, was watching Mooncat's recent vid and I'd still rather choose the bear. Absolute Disgrace, thanks for 16 months with Prime. Terradona, thanks for a 7-stream streak. Artemis says, hey Hannah, bits to celebrate me finally getting through the grueling process of getting Australian unemployment benefits. Nice. And that catches us up there over on YouTube. Make sure you give the stream a like. Let me switch that over to live chat. Cool beans. So let's see, for costume day, we got Dinosaur. It's really hot, so I'm not going to wear the hood, because it's like 80 degrees. So that's not happening, but I am wearing it, so it counts. And I wore matching eyeshadow, so I'm cute. So anyway, what's wagging? I have a tail. I have a tail. Alright. So let's get into it. Without further ado.
Super on pump 45 on bottle.
Let me actually make sure this is the correct part, because there were 2 parts to this, and I want to make sure I started on the correct one. Okay, I think this is.
You show me out with one of the wheels. A lot. Look for a plate.
I'll check that out. Halloween Town. Thank you.
So you don't have a license plate?
Private vehicle. Yes, I told you.
So this guy was out flying a drone in an area where that's not a thing you're supposed to do. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are some places in the country where, for one reason or another, private drone stuff requires either specialized licensing or it's just not allowed in certain areas. And he was flying a drone where he wasn't supposed to. The cop came out, was talking to him, realized he doesn't have a license plate on his car because he's a sovereign citizen.
I done this. Look at it. It's like right here. Like it all.
I know.
You. It tells you what it is right there, and that's why.
Okay, I need you to see. I need to see your registration for the vehicle.
No. Just call your supervisor. You're not getting nothing from me.
All right, I'm gonna get my supervisor.
Go ahead. Take care.
And you're gonna hang out right here. You're not free to go. Do you understand?
So you're holding.
I'm
me
detaining you. Yes.
For what?
For non-payment.
What crime have I committed?
You have committed the crime.
What
Not paying to park.
I just parked.
And you're parked.
Okay.
Oh my god, did he not pay to park too? They're supposed to have a pass, I guess, to park at this park. And I guess he didn't pay. That's a dick move.
So you did not pay?
I just got here.
Okay. And then you're flying your drone. That's 2 things.
Those are crimes?
Yes.
Those are crimes or infractions?
They're both infractions.
Okay, so they're not crimes.
No, the drone thing can actually be, it's a wobbler. It could be a misdemeanor.
No.
For those that don't know, a wobbler is something that sits on the edge of 2 different things, so it can be used when something's either going to be a misdemeanor, but it can be charged as a felony, and the actual charging people, the district attorney or whoever, can determine based on the context if it will be charged as a misdemeanor or a felony. In this case, it's not between a misdemeanor and a felony. I think it's between just like a ticket and a misdemeanor. Same idea, though.
Because there has to be somebody.
Oh, I'm sorry, the plate's not legit, so it's going to give me a second.
There has to be a person that got hurt for there to be a crime. There have to like, for in my rule, in my law.
In your law.
In his law.
Yes.
This is your law.
This is my law.
You live by.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That's 100%.
So this.
I just love the confidence by which he does this entire scenario. Both the attitude of the cop and the Sovcit are hilarious. I want to see a buddy cop show with these two.
State's laws.
What state?
The state of California, where we
I don't
are.
live in the state of California.
You don't?
I live in California.
You're a sovereign citizen? Is that what you are?
I don't know what a sovereign citizen is.
You're not?
I don't know what a sovereign citizen is. That's an oxymoron.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Sovereign citizens have been doing this thing where they're trying to divorce themselves from the title of sovereign citizen, in part because sovereign citizens are considered, I think, a terroristic threat by the government or something. It got put on some list. And also, cops are now trained for sovereign citizens. So now, a lot like the Q people who will claim, oh, there's Q and there are Anons. There is no QAnon, even though there is a QAnon. They're trying to disclaim this title of sovereign citizens because they think the label is more important than the action they're doing.
I need you to see your ID.
See, I love that this cop just laughs at him.
I don't know what a sovereign citizen. That's an oxymoron. I don't know what that is.
I need
This is just me from an alternate universe that never transitioned and turned into a cop.
you to see your ID, my man. Do you not carry ID?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know. I'm asking you for your identification.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm telling you, I'm right here.
Okay. What's your name?
My name's Chris.
Chris, what's your last name?
Not gonna give you my
What's your date of birth?
I don't answer any more questions.
Okay. So if you do not follow through with identifying yourself, I've explained to you.
Can you call your supervisor, please?
I did.
Okay, cool. Then we're fine.
Okay, we're gonna hang out. My supervisor's gonna come right over, but you're not free to go. Do you understand?
Huh?
My supervisor's gonna come right over.
So you're
but
detaining me.
I'm detaining you. You're
So
not free to
arresting me
go.
right
I haven't put you in cuffs yet. You're just
But
detained.
detained is an arrest.
No.
Oh, I forgot to mention it, by the way. Broha Blast found me another Black's Law dictionary. This one's a 5th edition, and it's not a pocket version. It's the whole thing. So now on, if you do a Black's Law dictionary request, you can tell me if you want it from the pocket 6th edition or the full 5th edition. Look at that. He got this fucking thing for $1. This one is from 1970 something. I'll have to look at the published date. 79. This one's from 1979. I'd buy that for $1.
Arrest is.
I'm not free to go.
No,
so I'm
no.
arrested.
Arrest equals transportation. So that would be if I put you in cuffs and took you somewhere.
No, that's
Traveling?
That's an arrest.
That's actually kidnapping.
No,
So
that would be an arrest.
That's kidnapping.
Detainment's just you having to stop and wait.
Detainment is stop and wait. That's
Yeah.
being arrested.
No.
The definition of want me to find you the Black's Law dictionary for arrested?
Transportation's in there too, my man. So,
Okay. So
you're gonna hang out right here so I can get my supervisor?
I mean, if I feel like it.
No, it's not if you feel like it. I'll need you to say I can stand here and wait.
I don't have to say anything. No, I said I don't answer any questions.
I just love that the cop just giggles at him. He's so tickled that he finally gets to interact with the sovereign citizen.
All right, my man. Do you understand that if you
This cop is the chillest cop in history. Unironically, I think he's the kind of person that says chillax. And he pulls it off.
fail
don't understand
to
anything.
walk away, or if you walk away or leave right now,
I
you'll
don't
be
understand.
committing an additional crime of delaying a
I don't
police officer in
understand
there. Okay.
I don't answer questions.
Well, I'm explaining to you right now. If you walk away from me right now, you'll be committing a misdemeanor crime. Do you understand that? And that is an arrestable offense.
Ooh, Black's Law dictionary request. What do you want me to look up? And which edition, I suppose? Probably the new one. Hydrate, also, from Mr. Duck Sauce earlier.
Not in my jurisdiction.
Well, okay, I get that you think that.
No,
but
my
I'm telling
paperwork's
you.
done. I'm good. Like I'm not worried about me.
Okay, I need to see your registration for review.
Detainment in the 5th edition? Can do.
I need to see your driver's license.
It's not a vehicle.
It's not a vehicle.
It's not a vehicle. No.
What is it then?
It's
a transportation device?
Huh?
It's a transportation device.
It's an
What is it?
automobile.
It's an automobile.
Private
Cool.
automobile.
Yeah, is it registered in the state of California?
He's trying not to crack up. I love it.
I don't
For-
live in the
for
state
op-
of California.
Is it? Is
I don't,
are
I
you
don't practice
able to-
commercial. I don't do commercial. I don't do commercial business. So I don't. Why would I have to register?
All right, sit tight. I'm gonna grab my supervisor.
Okay, good luck.
Do not leave.
Good luck. I don't think he needs luck to get his supervisor.
If you walk away,
Bro, I'm great. Like where am I going?
I'm telling you, you can't leave. I just told you you can't leave.
Did I leave?
You're walking to get in your car.
Yes, it's my car. I could get in my.
Detain. To retain as the possession of personality. To arrest, to check, to delay, to hinder, to hold, or to keep in custody. To restrain from proceeding, to say, to stop. This is from 1979, like I said. So it's very out of date.
car. You're gonna stop me from getting in my car?
Yeah, I am because you'll
Because
drive away.
I can't get in my car.
No, I'm told you you're detained.
Okay, but I can't get in my car.
No, you can hang out. Let me grab
You're
my
gonna arrest me for
supervisor.
getting in my car.
If you try and leave, I will.
But if I get in my car, you're gonna arrest me.
If you try and leave, I will.
Who said I was leaving?
Who said you could get in your car and leave?
So you're saying I can't get in my car?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Is that what you're telling me? I can't get in my car?
All right, my man.
Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me. You have no right to touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I didn't get you.
Partner.
You have no right to touch me. I didn't give you
I
no
will
right to touch me.
explain to you.
And I listened. I haven't left. I haven't done anything.
Okay.
So why are you
So
touching
you
me? Why
leaving?
are you touching me?
Because you're failing to identify
So
yourself
you're
to me.
assaulting me.
Oh, you assaulted?
Yes. By
You're
touching me, you're
fucking
assaulting me.
assaulted.
Yes. But when you
The sarcasm, he's just dripping. You're assaulted?
walking with me with a gun and touching me is assaulting me.
Our
By
partner.
definition, it's assaulting me.
Okay.
So
All right,
call
partner.
your supervisor
I am.
and please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. I have not touched you. I have not
if
posed
you
a
walk
threat.
away or you try and drive
Who's
away,
walking away? No one's walking away.
take a. Hang,
I
hang
am
out.
taking a seat. That's all it's
Not
gonna
in
do.
the car. Just hang out right here. It's 2 seconds.
So you're telling me I can't get in my car?
Yeah, I'm telling you can't get in your car because you're detained. Do you understand? You're detained right now.
I don't understand. I don't
Okay.
answer questions.
Okay. All right. I get that.
I know, because I already know what it means. So I'm not.
So
Because I already know what it means. He said it. He said the part. Again, he's one of these people that thinks that I understand means I stand under, thus granting the police the secret magic authority over you using the correct words.
So,
are you going to identify yourself to me with your name and date of birth for the 2 violations you've committed in my presence?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. So you're failing to identify yourself.
That's
If you fail to identify yourself to me right now for the 2 violations that I've
Call your
explained to you
supervisor.
before.
That's a secondary crime. You can't.
Okay. So you failed to pay, and you also.
I didn't fail to pay. You haven't
And
let
you
me. You haven't let
also.
me pay.
Well, you could have paid when you came in.
No, there was no way to pay when I came. This is my first
There's
time
a
here.
pay station, and
This is my first
with
time
your
here.
phone.
This is my first time here.
Okay. And then you're flying a drone, which is also against the law.
This is my first time. It's not against the law.
It
It's
is.
against the code. It's not a law. It's a bylaw. It's way different.
Okay.
It's
Anyway,
not even
so
a real
I've
law.
explained
It's
to
not
you
it's for
2
the state of
infractions,
California,
and then
which is
you're
not
going to
really-
commit,
which
and then
is
you're
not
going
really
to,
a- It's not really. It's not
and
really.
then now you're going to
nothing.
commit a misdemeanor crime by not failing to identify yourself for these infractions. So
Wait,
again,
wait. Show me the code where I'm or committing. Show me the code. Sorry.
Surfer cop. Yeah, you can tell this is like a California ass cop.
48.
show it to me.
But like not an LA cop, like a chill somewhere California
Sure.
cop,
I want to bring
We can bring it.
relatively speaking.
You can look
Can
it
I
up
get
on
some
your
paperwork?
phone.
Can I get some paperwork so I give it to you?
Yeah.
Real quick?
Do you have paperwork with your name and vehicle?
I have something for you if you want. If you.
No, I want to. If it doesn't
Can I-
have your,
can I
I'm
go in my car?
uninterested in it. If it doesn't have your name and.
Well, I'm uninterested in this whole thing.
So you got your VIN number blocked. Is there a reason for that?
Because it's private.
Can you unblock your VIN number so I can
For
get
what?
that information on your vehicle?
No, you don't have no right to get my. It's my It's called private for a reason. I have the right to privacy. I don't have. You don't have to come over here and try to.
Your VIN number has to be visible on your dashboard. That's like a law.
Try to get my information and put me in the system because you don't have the right to do that.
Okay. Your vehicle's parked in public lands right now.
Public.
Yeah, this is as public as it gets. This is a state park. Does that make sense?
So I'm allowed to travel in public lands, like by law.
You're
can
on
show
public
you.
lands
Can I-
with
can I give you-
registration.
Can I give you? No, because I'm not.
Do
I'm
you have
not-
any weapons or anything I need to worry about?
No, I have a drone. You just saw
Okay.
me fly a
Well,
drone. Why would I come
I'm
with
just
a
asking,
weapon?
just for my safety and yours.
Do you have any
Do
weapons I have to worry about?
I do.
Okay, so why
Do
are you
have-
asking me? Like,
He's a cop in America. Yes, he has a gun, at least.
if
Do you
don't
have a
the
knife
weapons-
or a gun or anything like that in your vehicle?
I don't
or
answer
on
any
your
questions.
person?
I don't have any. I don't have no questions. Am I posed? Are you scared of me? Am I
Yeah,
posed
no,
scared?
I'm a little worried because you're not going with the program.
Then maybe you should. Oh, because I'm not going with the program.
Yeah.
You're worried about me.
Yeah.
Because I should go with the program, right?
Well, I mean,
Even if the program's not
helpful.
correct, I should go with.
Yeah, when you go wildly against typical social scripts, it takes people off guard and makes them defensive and concerned. Like, that's just a reality.
it.
I'm just concerned that I don't want to escalate this any further.
You're
than I have to.
escalating it. You're escalating because I did exactly what you asked me to do, and then.
No, you're
and then-
failing to identify yourself.
That's not what you asked me to do. You
No,
asked me to
I
bring the drone
stopped.
in.
I started with the conversation.
Yeah, but
and now it has.
in
you have-
retaliation,
Now you have escalated
no,
it.
because you retaliated because I responded to something. You're like, okay, now give me. So you retaliated to me. That was retaliation. That's what that's called. Because you were like, well, I don't want to just bring your drone down. And I was listening. I said, okay, bring your drone down.
The supervisor does show up.
And then I responded. I said something. So you retaliated. and then now you want all my information. That's what this is all about.
Okay. So,
You understand?
do you understand that you're failing to identify yourself as an
No, I
additional
don't
crime?
understand. I don't understand. I don't
Why
understand.
not? Why don't you understand?
I don't understand.
Okay.
Because I don't understand.
Is there any way I can help you understand?
I'm never gonna understand.
You're never going to understand
No.
that you have to have a registration
Do I
for your
comprehend?
vehicle.
Do I comprehend? Is that what you're asking?
Do you have registration for your vehicle?
Do I have This is not property of the state. There's nothing that gives you the idea that
Again, they think that you have to be a part of the state, hired by the state, an employee of the state, in order for these things to apply to you. They do not.
this is property of the state. You have no skin in this game at all. It was never never was it registered.
Hey, Valdez!
Like we could do this all day.
Can I have your attention for a second, please?
Oh my god, him and the supervisor commiserating over this is fucking hilarious too.
It doesn't matter. You call anybody. It doesn't matter. It was never like I could give you the paperwork if you want me to give you some paperwork. I'll give you some paperwork so you can sign because that's what I work. I work in the private side, and we shouldn't even be talking, to be honest, because you're public and you're a public servant. Those
I don't talk to people employed by the state. It's very difficult to buy stamps.
those laws are for you, for public servants. That's what
Okay.
they're there for. That's what they're there for. Those codes and laws are for public servants. That's what they're there for.
This is my supervisor.
Huh?
Hi, how can I help you?
I'm fine. I'll ask him. He's the one that
okay.
needs help.
Oh, we're all love here, okay?
Yeah, I'm
We're
good.
just we're
I'm
happy
good.
and friends, and
He's the
we
one
just
that-
need
he's the
to-
one grabbing
we
me.
got
He's the
no
one grabbing me.
plates, locked-
It's just funny comparing these cops to like any of the videos we see from like Florida or Texas cops and how they behave, and it's so fucking different.
and
Yeah, I mean, I never had a problem with that before with anybody. You could call-
Wait. What do they call that? Come on.
it's like a sovereign citizen.
That's
thing.
exactly
Yeah.
right.
I don't know what a sovereign citizen is.
Hold on.
That reaction, the cops are both so excited. Exactly, I was thinking the same thing.
Problem with that before with anybody. You could call-
Wait. What do they call that? Come on.
It's like a sovereign citizen.
That's
thing.
exactly
Yeah.
right.
I don't know what a sovereign citizen is. I
Oh
never
no,
heard
I'm
that.
just saying. It's what it looks
They're both laughing at him.
It's what it looks like to me too.
I mean,
VIN number's blocked on the
do
front.
you know what a sovereign citizen is?
Yes, actually, but not here. I ran into them in New York, and I played with them. And
A
they're
sovereign
just
citizen or
a
like
group of them.
sovereign citizens? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's
And then I have also
that's an oxymoron. Basically.
Well, no, also, but then also ran into
By
the Native
definition.
Americans that believed the same things. Nothing wrong with them.
They're the
Everybody
foreign-
has the
they're-
right to do whatever they want. I got no issue with that.
There's American state, there's a state national. You're a state national.
Again,
That sounds more like it.
I don't push anybody whatever they want. As long as we got to play nicely by the rules when we're outside of it.
But
And
what
that's where
rules?
the issue is. Well, one, no plate. That's
The
a problem.
blocked
It's
VIN.
not a problem. When
No payment
It-
for coming in here today.
It's
you
for-
know,
I just
Flying
came
his
in here.
drone.
All right. Well,
We-
I don't
we've had-
understand. So what's cause?
So,
I don't know if he's
your
a
hat.
supervisor, so I don't really know. I could call somebody right now. Call my.
You want to call the
supervisor.
sheriff? You can
I don't
you
need to
can
call
him.
him. I don't need to call him. I didn't
problem.
do anything wrong.
Can you show us the ID on the car, please? Your driver's license, please. Or
I don't know
or
who that
the
is. I'm not-
stuff on the car.
I don't answer questions. I don't know why.
Okay,
you're asking
no
me.
problem. Is that all you have?
Huh?
Is that it? We're trying to help and work with you. It's up to you.
Well, I can't provide you with the there's
So
nothing
you have
of.
no ID.
I can't provide you anything that you don't. I can't provide you anything that I don't have. So
Okay.
I have a contract. You want to sign the contract?
No.
You guys want to sign a contract? What are you, a fae? What the fuck is this?
Unfortunately, it's the only direction going. We have to take him to Lost Hills.
Yeah, that's what I was
it's
trying to
alright.
explain to you, my man. If I can't identify you, even for simple infractions, we have to take you before the
We're not going to give us
magistrate.
your information. That's
if,
fine.
if you're gonna
Yeah.
do that, then
Yeah, I'm
just so
sorry.
you know,
Your car-
you're compromising your qualified immunity, so that's fine with me. I've
That's
done
okay,
this.
sir.
I've done this plenty of
We
times.
accept that.
I get it, but your car, I just want to
Well,
explain to
I
you
don't
what's
give
going
you
to
no
happen. Your
permission.
car's going to get towed. I don't want to tow your
You have no-
car.
I
You're
don't-
going to
I
have
don't
to.
He genuinely sounds like he wants to, like, just please, I don't want to tow your car. I don't imagine he wants to do the paperwork either, but, like, he just wants this to be over.
Go to jail.
Go ahead. I don't mind because at the end of the day, if you do that, then that's money in my pocket. Go ahead. Like if that's what you're gonna do, then you do it. Then you do what you gotta do.
So this, my man.
But yeah, I don't give you no permission to touch me. I don't give you no permission to. I don't understand.
Yeah, I explained the detention part of it.
But for what? For
failing to
complying to you because I have you recorded. For complying.
That's cool. I
when
appreciate
you told me
that. We're gonna watch this recording together.
You told me no.
Oh my god, Dillis Filler says, if everybody had a sob sit across the USA, we'd have to have more surfer cops from California, yay. He's got job security, the sarcastic Leo. He'll call his supervisor, and he'll laugh at you too. Yeah, okay. Do you know one of the members of the Beach Boys was involved with Charlie Manson, the murder one? Fenigami says, every cop should laugh at sob sits. Not only would this help keep the cops calm, but maybe that would help double set into the sob sits' heads. I don't think it would make a difference to the sob sits, but you know.
Watch it on YouTube. We're gonna watch it wherever you post it.
I'm gonna court. That's
okay.
A joke.
So, well,
you're gonna watch do you have
any outstanding warrants for not?
If this cop ever sees this, because I don't know, you seem to know about sovereign citizens, so maybe you watch YouTube videos about them. If this cop ever sees it, you're cool. You're too cool to be a cop. You should go be like a surfer coach or something. Go do something chill.
Going to court on stuff before?
No, because I handle my stuff. I'll take you.
So I'm gonna give him the last chance for the video. Is, hey partner, I really just want you to
supervisor because I don't know.
One last chance for the video is such a funny thing to say.
I handle my stuff. I'll take you.
So I'm gonna give him the last chance for the video. Is, hey partner, I really just want.
Hey partner. Hey bud. Hey buddy. Hey little guy. Hey champ. Do you want to go to jail or do you want to not? Because that'll be embarrassing on camera.
You do a supervisor? Because I don't know who that is.
I know. He is actually my supervisor. He's here on his own day off.
Call your supervisor. I don't know who that is, and I asked for a supervisor, and I don't know.
Partner,
I don't know
hey,
who that is.
This is where I'm going to talk, and
no, call your supervisor. You have to call your supervisor. I asked you to call your supervisor. You said you're going to call him.
Must be an aspiring actor. It is California, so like a third of the population, I think.
And then you just randomly yelled at some guy's name, and all of a sudden he showed up. Like when you could have done that from the beginning. If that was really your supervisor,
I really didn't want to
beginning?
bother him on his day off, but he is here.
Because he's not on the clock, so he's not really your supervisor right now. He's a
24 hours.
Yeah, I know. Kind of.
Well, I don't know who you are. Can you identify yourself?
Yeah, though he kind of is.
Would you like to see it?
Huh? Yeah, I would like to identify both you guys.
Would you like to see my badge, little boy?
Not really your supervisor right now. He's a
24 hours.
Yeah, I know. Kind of.
Well, I don't know who you are. Can you identify yourself?
Sure. Would you like to see it?
Huh?
Sure. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, I would like to identify both you guys.
Like a flower. Oh,
but can you call your supervisor that's on?
I am.
Can you call his supervisor? Because I don't know who he is.
No, I'm the what you're gonna get today.
Can I call? Can you call your supervisor?
No, we're done.
I'm gonna call the sheriff's office.
Please.
All right, purser.
I'm gonna call the sheriff's office on the cops.
I'm gonna place you under arrest right now for failure to identify yourself to a police officer.
Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing, man?
Careful.
Let go. Let go.
Wait, what are you doing?
Can you please?
I don't want to break
Okay, but why?
I don't want to.
Why is he doing this?
Just please put it down. We'll talk as we get
Place
further
this
down.
drop it. Put
I'm
that
not
on. Hand on
taking it.
top
I'm
of your
just
neck.
putting it right here.
Here, push your phone over here. Place your hand on the back of your head. All right. I'm gonna bring this one back around.
Is there anything on here?
You can tell he's being very gentle as he based on the verbal. I'm gonna bring this one back around.
That we should be worried about?
Wait, hold on. Wait,
Careful, careful.
Hey,
Wait a minute.
partner.
Hold on.
Just
Can
stay.
you call your supervisor, please? Can you call your supervisor?
We're already done with that stuff, my man.
I hope this guy learns better. The cops are being, like, quite nice to him relative to most cops. Benikagami says, doesn't everyone know cops are always on call? I don't know.
It's okay, we don't need to.
Then can you call the sheriff's office? Because I don't understand why you're doing this.
I feel like this is the tone you always need to handle these people. I want so badly for someone to talk to Chili like this. Chili would kill someone if someone talked this down to him.
Property is different.
Huh?
It's different. State property
What
doesn't.
state?
California.
I'm on California or state?
Now we're going
Very funny. Okay, so then he went to complain. Oh, there was actually a part 2. Hold on. I think this was them maybe searching his car or something.
Another one. I'm going to talk through it so you guys get an understanding of what's going on here. So basically,
M. Scheffler says this is the best ending to one of these ever. Sobsit goes to jail. Cop is chill as fuck. Good times. Don't get too ingratiated. They are still cops. It's
what
fine.
you have is what you're seeing and from the video before, if you haven't seen it, is basically I came here to meet.
Oh yeah, there's his plate. You can see it says private. Oh, maybe you can't, but I can. It says private. It's a bullshit plate.
Some friends to go hiking, and
Is that an Audi?
Was
okay, I don't feel bad.
Just flying my drone. I've been here before, never had a problem. I was not in my car. He did not see me pull up in my car. I was not in use of my car. My car had nothing to do with this. They don't even know for a fact if that was my car. You know what I mean?
Pretty sure they know, considering it has the plate that says private.
For all they know. And then he came up to me, asked me to remove or to put the drone, bring the drone down. Instead of arguing with them, I brought it down. And then
yeah, I don't know the car situation in terms of can they like look in his car just because they're arresting him, even if they were arresting him outside of his car. I genuinely don't know. And that would be a lawyer thing you'd have to talk to.
Kept going on, and then I just said it's not your jurisdiction, really.
Pinekagami says all cops need to cast vicious mockery on Sobsits.
And he didn't like that. And then basically asked for my ID, tried to run my plates, realized he couldn't run my plates.
Because it is an open view. If the trunk was open, and they can certainly look in the windows, but I did see it looked like he was maybe picking something up in the trunk. I know.
And then obviously became fucking...
They're allowed to search the car if it's going to be towed. Search or inventory? I'm not sure if there's a difference.
Obsessed with getting my ID.
They are going to tow his car for sure. Both?
The funny part is, well, there's nothing really funny about it. You gotta just... The thing is, my stance is always, I'm not harming nobody. I'm not breaking no laws.
But you are.
I understand who I serve and what I stand for, and that's what I stand for. And I'm not going to bend my will as they wish because they...
I'm kind of pissed off that this guy had an Audi, but like he came into a state park and didn't pay the admission fee. Like I can't even imagine the admission to a state park is that much, but it's not like he's poor. He has an Audi and a recreational drone he was flying. What asshole tries to sneak into a state park when they like have money?
Because they serve somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of one may think, that's fine. You're able, like the way they came in and the narcissistic, like, passive aggressive.
They seemed like the least narcissistic cops we've ever seen on this channel.
They were trying to give, like, oh my God, like we're just trying to, like, it's like, it's a joke. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's what I'm dealing with, or what I've been dealing with, and trying to. And there's more to it, and I'm just kind of introducing things that haven't shared because I've been working nonstop on a lot of personal journeys, and then trying to get a deeper understanding of what I was already involving myself in, which led to deeper knowing and a lot of growth that I think now I would like to share and put out. And that's why I didn't share. I stopped putting a lot of things out because I needed to check my moral compass. I wanted to make sure that what I was putting out was something of value and not something that was gonna damage somebody. I'm not a legal professional. I'm not. Found every app.
Okay, this one's boring. Let's take a look at when he goes and tries to go to the sheriff's office and complain about this stuff. And then we'll move on. Exo Deadlock, thanks for 27 months, says sub baby name, please. This sub baby's name is going to be Andrew Jankum. Andrew Jankum.
I just wanted to get, I guess you said you did some kind of report or something, or I don't know, yesterday over the phone you said you finalized something?
When you contested the tow, we call that a statement hearing. So basically a statement hearing, but I didn't generate a report or anything.
So how'd you have a hearing with no report? Like there's no, you don't report the hearing.
Why didn't I document the hearing on a report?
Well, I'm wondering how, because don't you report, like, don't you have documentation of the hearing? Like, how do you have a hearing with no documentation?
No, I don't have any documentation to supply to you for the hearing. No.
Okay, and so you're saying that I was driving a motor vehicle. I'm a driver driving a motor vehicle on a road. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that I spoke with you. I reviewed the reports. Yeah, I reviewed the reports.
You did review the reports? Because you told me on the phone that you did it. That you haven't reviewed the report.
No, I did review the report. Yeah.
Because
Okay. What do you? How can I help you?
No, I'm asking because on the phone you told me you haven't read the report.
So
You haven't read the report.
I determined that.
I'm trying to see what I'm being accused of, because what are you guys saying I'm a driver? Is that what's going on? That you guys are claiming that I'm a driver, right? Because in order to break a law, you have to accuse me of doing something. You have to see me breaking the law.
Okay.
So
unless you have something new to go over.
That's what I'm asking. I'm asking. Well,
He's just trying to argue with the sheriff, like, at the counter over his charge. I doubt this guy personally is in charge of that.
Because
You're trying to adjudicate this at the sheriff's office?
I'm telling you because I read the whole case law, and
He read the whole case law, every single case that you can reference in court. He read, which is most of them.
It's so obvious that I called Supreme Court and I talked to a clerk and I asked them verbally questions and they confirmed to me the correct answer. So if
I called the Supreme Court and they said I was right, so you got to drop these charges.
you're going with the premises that I'm a driver, operating a motor vehicle, which I understand you have your own definition, but I already talked to the people that
Okay,
I already talked to the
Let me ask
clerk.
you this: were you behind the wheel and was the car moving?
That doesn't make me a driver though.
Okay. So we have to
Okay,
get this-
perfect.
Anything else I can help you with?
So are you saying that I'm a driver? That's what I'm asking. Because you're
I'm saying that you were operating a vehicle on California highways.
But I wasn't
You
operating
were
the vehicle.
stopped. Okay, so what were you doing? Was the vehicle moving?
It was a car. It was an automobile.
Okay,
When you travel,
you were in
you
an
could travel in horse
automobile.
carriage or any,
so you were in an
and that's
automobile. What was that automobile
that's already
doing?
passed by the Supreme Court.
Okay, so you were in an automobile, and what were you doing?
I was traveling home.
Okay, fine.
I have a right to travel home. I have a right. That's
Again,
my
I'm not going to
right.
debate with you if
But-
you fall under the jurisdiction of California Vehicle Code. I say you do.
Okay,
If there's
but
nothing else, then I'm done. Because
So-
I'm not going to have the same conversation.
how
with you over and over again.
no, I'm trying to get to an understanding because I've done this with the sheriff's supposed to be like I never thought I'd have this problem with the sheriff. And I've done this with other and I never had.
They think that the sheriff's office agrees with them. That's just part of the Sovsit lore. They think that cops are their enemy, but the sheriff's office is on their side. That comes from the Posse Comitatus movement, which was a white supremacist movement in the 70s, that basically said that sheriffs were the ultimate authority in any given area, and that a sheriff should deputize some good old boys and do what good old boys do. It was racism, basically. Trying to make the sheriff ultimately in charge so he could have racist locals and him do racist shit without interference from state or federal authorities. Didn't work out.
This problem. I never.
Because that premise about common
Anyway,
law
that
and
lore is
sheriff
still in Sobsit stuff, though, so they think the sheriffs agree with them.
from Europe. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about like your oath, your oath to protect the the Constitution, basically. And then from that's your oath that you made it, and so
again for the millionth time.
So
What you described you were doing, I would say that you fall under the California Vehicle Code, and that which is required that you have a valid driver's license, requires that that you have a license plate, requires that when you're stopped, you present your identification to us and your registration and insurance. Okay.
But but you're going through you're implying codes over rights that's what I don't.
I understand. We've had this conversation.
Okay, so I don't believe that you're competent.
Do you believe you're going to change my mind?
No, I know I'm not. I don't believe you're competent.
Okay, so why do we have the same conversation over and over again?
Well, because I want to talk to the superior. I don't want to talk to you. Obviously, I can't get through to you, so I want to talk to your superior, and I want to talk to somebody
My understanding is that you talked to the captain.
Yeah, but after yesterday, I'm very clear that you're not taking the situation in without prejudice. Like you're going.
So remember I told you that
Prejudice is when you don't agree with me.
if you disagreed with my decision with the hearing,
I want to talk to him. But I'm asking
No,
to talk to
process.
him.
I explained to you the process.
But I'm asking the
Like
process.
you're trying to have ex parte communication with the prosecutor.
The policy is that
Hold
when
on,
I
let me get
ask.
this out because I'm on camera here.
Well, I'm
So the
camera
process
too.
is-
I'm on camera too.
So the process is you submit your rebuttal on paper, a written rebuttal.
A rebuttal. I want to talk. I want to speak. I'm not saying I want a rebuttal though. I'm not saying I want to talk to the. I want to talk to.
Okay, I understand.
to-
Okay,
to-
is
to-
there anything else?
What can I talk to him? Like
No, I explained the process to you.
I don't
Is there
want a
anything else?
rebuttal though. It's a process of rebuttal. I'm not rebuttaling. I want to have a conversation
Yeah,
with the captain.
Yeah, I said, you're saying that you believe my decision that the tow was valid.
No,
is
I'm not
incorrect.
talking about the tow. I'm talking about your whole the way you're approaching this situation is unprofessional. You clearly are not competent of the position because I'm telling you,
understand that.
because I've called
So my
higher
decision
ranking
yesterday
people.
was incorrect, right?
Huh?
My decision yesterday was incorrect, right?
I don't believe you're competent of the whole
I
thing.
understand.
You haven't
Submit in
reviewed
writing.
you haven't reviewed have you reviewed the
Submit
case?
in writing to the captain.
Have you reviewed the case?
Okay, goodbye, we're done.
Wait, hold on. I'm asking you a question. I have one more question. How come every conversation ends with you walking away, bro?
Because you don't listen. You just repeat the same thing over and over again and don't take no for an answer, even when it is the answer.
Like, no one walks away the way you walk away.
No one walks away the way you walk away. That's almost so stupid it's brilliant.
You're clearly, you know what happens when you walk away from a conversation? It means you're fucking wrong. Because you can't fucking hold a conversation. You don't hold a vocabulary. How do you just walk away from a conversation?
It's almost an artistic ending shot here where you can see the reflection reflected in the window that says Sheriff's Department and the emblem. It's not a Lynch film, but like it's pretty good.
When I'm not even yelling, I'm asking you simple questions.
Italian Shakespeare, what do you want me to look up in Black's Law Dictionary, and would you like the 5th or 6th edition? Let's see what is next, because that is the last thing from this guy today, though I will be saving him right now so we can keep an eye in the future if he gets into further altercations with that department. Communication? I can do my best. Let me have 1 second to pull up the next video.
I was traveling down.
This was from Van Balion's channel. If you're not familiar with Van Balion, here is a link he posts a lot of different Sovsit videos with commentary. The original video was not available, so I'm gonna use this and go through, like, skip over his commentary if and when it appears. So let's see, you wanted communication. Oh, I love when I flip and it's, like, pretty close. Communication does not appear to be in here. So I will have to do something close. Let's do compulsory, involuntary, forced, coerced by legal process, or by force of state. They talk about compulsory things a lot. Okay. Alright, another traffic stop.
Kindly sent to me by what fell off the back down.
Roll your window down.
I'm sorry.
License, registration, and insurance.
What was your reasoning for that?
It is a lawful order, sir.
No, sir, it's not.
Yes, sir.
No, sir, it's not.
Well, two things fell out of your truck back there into the median just now,
No, sir, they fell.
and it's called spilling load, which is against South Carolina law. If you don't produce your license, registration, and insurance, I'm going to have to get you out of the vehicle and do it myself. Do you understand that?
We're doing what now?
You had a spilled load come off of this car. You had 2 pair of boots come off the back of this truck and fall into the median of the street just now right in front of us. Do you not realize that?
I know nothing of it.
Okay. License, registration, and proof of insurance. My name is... I'm giving you a lawful order. And I'm not going to give too many more orders. You understand?
I don't understand.
License,
Okay, I don't
registration,
understand what wildlife
and proof of insurance. Probable cause for the stop was developed on spilling load from this vehicle. Do you understand that?
It came out of the back of my vehicle.
Yes. 2 boots fell off of this truck into the median of the highway. Do you understand that?
Seems like a really stupid thing to get pulled over for. Like if someone has something on their roof and it, like, just falls off, is that worth pulling someone over for? I don't know. Whatever. Stone Corbell says, just saying, if a cop with this accent pulled up and started talking to me, I would be like, yes sir, no sir, no matter how wrong I thought they were, and get out of there as quick as possible. Yep. If you think a cop's doing something wrong, get a lawyer in the situation. Not great. I understand it's littering, but, like, I don't know.
It's called spilling.
I would assume in this case you can assume it is an accident. Either way, this guy's a sovereign citizen, so he's doing other stuff wrong. He probably doesn't have proper license plates and stuff, which is probably the bigger issue, but...
Load.
Yeah, he had pairs of boots on his roof that fell off. That's why they pulled him over.
I am the lieutenant. The next in line is the chief of police, who's home in the bed right now. I'm giving you an order to give your license, registration, and insurance card. Now. Do you have a good driver's license that is not suspended, sir?
I wasn't driving I was traveling down the road.
Let me...
Oh, the little giggle, scary, Jesus Christ. Do we know what part of South Carolina this is? I do not.
I was traveling down the road.
let me explain something to you.
Do 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 do. This cop is the opposite of the last one, yeah. He's scary.
Okay, you're not doing this tonight.
I'm not doing
You have to have a valid license to drive in the state of South Carolina.
I'm not driving. I'm traveling. This is not commercial. I'm not transporting.
Uh-huh. You know all this bull crap don't matter. What you're saying right now is irrelevant. Okay? Give me your driver's license right now. Could you do me a favor? Could you drive down to the meeting and get those 2 boots that fell off the back of this truck, please? Thank you. Sir, where's your driver's license at? This is
It's funny because he's laughing just like the last cop, but the last cop didn't scare me. This one does. It's just because of the South. It's just because of the Southern accent. It's disturbing, really. I'm sorry to any fans of mine with Southern accents. Apparently, I'd be horrified of you.
comical to me. That's fine. Give me your driver's license, sir.
For what is wrong?
Because I'm telling you to.
I was not driving.
What do you call what you were doing?
Traveling.
You was traveling?
Traveling.
Oh.
I'm not transporting anything.
Uh-huh.
It's not commercial vehicle. It's not commercial.
Right. What seat are you sitting in right now? Are you in the passenger seat or the driver's seat? Or is it a traveler's seat? I'm confused.
Oh, wow, the cops aren't fucking around with this stuff anymore, right? Okay.
Give me your license right now. You know what's going on, dude. Give me your license.
Am I threatened by your accent? Probably.
What's your name? My supervisor is the chief of police. He is home in the bed. I will not call and wake him up. If you want to talk to him at a later date, you are more than welcome to. I'm the highest ranking officer on duty. You got me.
You're attempting
I beg your pardon?
You're attempting to violate me.
I'm attempting to violate you.
You're saying I broke some law.
Yeah, it's called spilling load from a moving vehicle, sir, going down a public highway.
That's a traffic infraction done by someone driving a vehicle.
Yeah.
I'm not driving, sir. I'm traveling down the road.
You traveling down the road?
Traveling down the road, yes, sir.
And you telling me what country are you from?
I'm sorry?
What country are you from?
I'm from the country where I was born.
Where's that at?
That's none of your business, sir.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
You from the United States? Yeah, it is my business. This.
Where are you from?
Unfortunately, the officers were called to an armed robbery, so they let the driver go. I hope that this situation was scary enough that that guy rethought his sovereign citizen beliefs. Because holy shit, that cop was a scary guy. And to be clear, he wasn't really threatening him or anything. It was just the confidence. That cop was so confident that if he were a sovereign citizen, he had to be horrifying, right? So often the cops will be confused by the stuff. So I don't know. In fairness, Profane Priestess, you don't sound like you have like a deep South Carolina accent like this guy does.
My first good sovereign, and I.
What a time to be called away from your very first sovereign citizen traffic stop. But I'm okay with missing out on a potential window bust and arrest, especially when the call was as important as this one was.
Hope that guy learned a lesson. Okay, moving on to the next thing. This just in, we have a new update from our reporter in jail, Chili DeCastro. Chili, take it away. How you doing, bud?
Today's May 13th, 2024. My name is Chili DeCastro. I'm a journalist who's been wrongfully imprisoned in the Clark County Detention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is my daily journalistic update. I try to stay as current as I can, however, between all of the things going on, and there are multiple things, sometimes I can't give a daily update. You can check my community tab, and people will post in there to let you guys know that I'm all right. I'm okay right now. I just finished a 3-day fast here in the dungeon.
That's actually the wrong one. I apologize. There it is.
Hello, world. Today is May 15th, 2024. My name is Chili DeCastro. I'm a journalist who's been wrongfully imprisoned. I'm an innocent man who's been locked up in the Clark County Detention Center. This is my daily update for my journalistic endeavors. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I'm alive. I'm okay. My patience is a little thin.
Why hasn't he tried digging his way out yet? He can't find a poster to hide the hole. M. Scheffler says 100% he thinks they made up the armed robbery call because he was right and they didn't want to admit it. You're probably right, unfortunately.
My personality is a little weary. Definitely, I guess you would say, ornery and a little bit frustrated every single day. I go through this frustration thing, and
oh, good. They're still trying to paint the judge from his case as if she has wronged him in some way. Great.
We've done a deep dive into the judging of this particular incident, and the most recent statistic I have for you is that in the past 5 years in Judge Ann Zimmerman's court, I'm the only person who's been convicted of obstruction and sentenced to jail. And that's
Chili, that's irrelevant. Again, your behavior in court, it's not gonna matter. It just doesn't matter.
a fact. So
He said that as if it's new, too. He's brought this up before.
really super interesting stuff to find out as we continue down the road of the research to make sure that we can file the proper petitions. As you know, when I get out of jail, I'm going to take some actions through the legal system the best that I can to try to...
Chili, you've tried to file like 20,000 lawsuits. You never win them. What's the point? Why waste other people's money? Just stop.
get vindication
Moira Soma, thanks for gifting a sub.
and try to get justice through any legal means that I possibly can. I have received lots of your letters. A lot of you guys have sent me copies of the petitions that you sent in to the court, to the governor. I got your petition, Carl. Thank you. I appreciate that. The petitions that you guys are sending me that you sent into the court to release me and to the governor to release me are all very respectful and very above board. You guys are better writers than I would be because I'm frustrated beyond all belief that I'm locked up in this dungeon. But, you know, I'll take Carl's, for example. He wrote to both the judge and to the governor saying that I should be released from jail because I have revealed that there's massive police corruption and police brutality in our culture. And it was...
Chili, what have you ever revealed? You are not some hard-hitting journalist that goes in and finds hidden police corruption. You interrupt random traffic stops and yell at cops. Like, there's never been a story that you've broken. There's never been a case of police brutality that you've actually witnessed and filmed and broken to the world. You just talk about the fact that there's police corruption, which I don't disagree, but you act as though you are central to identifying and bringing it to light, and you don't? You're just an asshole on the internet. It's wild, the self-image that this person has versus the reality of who he is. It is stark in contrast.
Very professionally written. It's just, that's what you want to do.
Has Glenn tried getting him out of jail yet? Not yet, although Glenn did have some charges recently that just got dropped, and he did a video that was already, I think, deleted, where he was like, I'm untouchable now, I'm a god, and it was very funny, but I think he deleted it. I saw it live, but I don't think he saved it.
You want to be professional as you can. You know, I'm just kind of going through the grind here.
But Hannah, Chili's a superhero, didn't you know? He's actually two superheroes. He was the Black Power Ranger for a week, and then also he's super necessary human, so he's basically a duo in and of himself.
And there's 55 days left until the appeal, so you can put that on your calendar, 55 days. And then the appeal happens on July 10th, 2024. I'm 99% sure that there is the motion is on my website on deletelaws.com. I will ask the editors to put that in my community tab, put the link for that in my community tab so you can take a look at it. You should read that appeal brief. It's pretty clear. So, you know, I'm just fighting through. It's definitely hard. It's definitely challenging. This isn't a place where they're going to make men better. This is the place where they're going to make men worse. Instead of having a true educational box here that people can go and learn, they put people at their beds all day long. And so, as you guys know, I'm finishing this board game called Constitutional Law Scholar that's coming out. But then after I get that board game done and get it into the stores, and I want to get into the big box stores like Walmart, Kmart, and
How about you finish designing it and actually get a proof of concept before you start shopping it around to Walmart?
wherever you can board games. More than that, after that, I'm going to invent a box for jails and for prisons where people can become better men and better women through education, through math, English, applied sciences, philosophy, and linguistics. Those
So, I think that adult education programs in jails and prisons are wonderful things. I also think incentivizing people to these programs by saying, hey, if you enter them and if you pass them, or if you, do whatever accreditation within them, maybe you get some time off your sentence or whatever. I think that those are great ideas. What Chili wants to do is a very Elon Musk idea, and I call it an Elon Musk idea because it's kind of trying to mix sci-fi in such a way that a stupid idea sounds better on paper to idiots. So, has anyone seen Star Trek 4? Remember in Star Trek 4 at the beginning when new body Spock, because his Katra has been re-put in this clone body from the Genesis planet? Don't worry about the details. And at the beginning of the movie, he's on a little console answering questions to try and teach him things, to teach him logic and philosophy and stuff. That's what Chili wants to do. Chili thinks he's going to invent an AI-aided computer box unit that will basically be an AI teacher, so that if you are in jail or prison, however many hours a day, they will put you in front of this AI teacher, and it'll teach you things. That's not an idea. That's a sci-fi concept. That's not a practical, actual idea that you can put into motion in any way. And even if you could, Chili isn't the guy to do it. I don't think that his ideas about pedagogy are informed whatsoever, because he's not a teacher. Like, I know he claims he's a teacher, he's a constitutional law scholar, and he teaches people on the internet. He's not a teacher, though. How is he going to develop some sort of all-inclusive teaching program to teach people math and science and philosophy when he doesn't know about these things, much less engineering or computer programming to design some AI to facilitate this learning? Just nonsense. It's just absolute nonsense.
5 topics. The thing is that about 30% of the people in this jail are completely illiterate. They can't read and they can't write. So with the new technology today, as you know, when you put captions on a screen, you see how there's a bouncing box that covers the word. Today was a good day, and you see the bouncing red box that goes over the white letters. Well, I have a vision to create an educational...
I like that his version of teaching someone to read is reading by sight, too. Like, just like it's not phonics or anything. Literally, he just wants people to see words and know what they are based on visual bouncing ball type stuff. Like, that's not a good way to teach people to read.
...box for inmates, and I want to change...
Even in his hypothetical, he's incompetent, is what I'm trying to point out.
...inmates to segregated. I want to change incarceration to segregation, where people go live in enclosed apartment buildings with cameras on themselves 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and let the people who are not criminally insane become better people. But that would require education. You have to learn.
Again, he's trying to build Arkham City or Escape from New York. He wants people who are in jails or prison to instead go into some sort of locked down apartment building where they can't leave, or city block or something where they can't leave, and they all just need to be a society together and learn to do better. I don't think that would go too well. Piper Draws and stuff says, busy day at work, but happy to come home to Hannah and sob sit silliness. Well, I'm glad you're home. The thing about Chili is he recognizes problems, or at the very least recognizes other people recognizing problems, and tries to take advantage of that for his show. But none of his solutions are workable, even a little bit. Yes, I agree. People who are incarcerated should be in systems that focus on reform. Why were these crimes committed? Is it a thing where they needed money, or is it a thing where they, like, have some sort of emotional problem and committed violence, or any of the myriad situations that could happen in between those two extremes? You can't just put people in front of a sci-fi box and hope it fixes them.
Learn math, English, applied sciences, philosophy, and linguistics. You have to learn how to speak properly. I want to create a
That feels a little...
felony removal program. A felony removal program would have several steps to it, but it would also include a tattoo removal part of the felony removal program.
Oh, this is fucked up, too. Acts like people can't have tattoos and be, like, functioning members of society. I understand if it was, like, gang tattoos or, like, white supremacist tattoos or something, but just any tattoos? I don't know. That seems weird.
You don't have to have your tattoos removed, but then you don't also have to be a part of the felony removal program. Because when the police involve themselves in your life, or you do some sort of crime that the police are involved in your life, the first thing they do is...
Also, is Chili aware you can't remove all tattoos? Like, there are tattoos that the way they're done, even if you do a full treatment, it'll fade them, but they won't necessarily be entirely gone.
...search your body for tattoos to be able to identify you to a crime that someone has committed, or maybe you have committed. Well, in the felony removal program, we would remove all tattoos off the people entering into a felony removal program. And I'm speaking specifically about people who can be rehabilitated. There are criminally insane people who need and will likely have to live in an institution or in an incarceration system until they're dead because they're criminally insane. As soon as you turn your back on them, they're going to try to stab you in the back.
Okay, Chili's idea of what criminally insane is fucked up, by the way. People who are criminally insane, he seems to think, are people who are crazy and want to murder everyone all the time, based on what he just said. No, Chili, someone who's deemed criminally insane is someone who's found at trial to not be culpable for their actions because they don't know the difference between right and wrong in a situation. So, let's give an example. Let's say someone was schizophrenic and had, like, some sort of schizophrenic episode, and they had voices telling them someone was like a demon, and they really believed these delusions were real to them, and they're like, I gotta kill this demon, and they murder someone, right? And maybe they're found at trial, they weren't in a right state of mind. They thought this person was a demon, they didn't know this was a human being, whatever. Chili is acting as though those labeled with criminally insane are like sociopathic murderers, when generally that is not the case. Generally the case is they have some sort of delusion or some sort of psychotic disorder, or were involved in some sort of extreme drug situation and something went wrong mentally, right? So that's frustrating to me when he seems to act as though criminally insane means a sociopath or a psychopath. No. Like, if you're a sociopath, you can still understand what you're doing is right or wrong. Or a psychopath even, you might not feel it, but you can have an understanding that within society, these things are not okay. So that doesn't make you criminally insane. Criminal insanity is that you do not have the capacity, either momentarily or permanently, to tell right from wrong. So that's frustrating, the way he's talking about mental illness here.
So I'm not naive. There are people in here who, make no mistake about it, I think they belong in here. But there's not the majority of people are not getting the education to become a better person. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, if you read Essays in Understanding Humanity, which I'm about halfway through now here in jail, Essays in Understanding Humanity, a better person. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, if you read Essays in Understanding Humanity, which I'm
John Locke. Okay. I was trying to figure out who wrote that.
Through now here in jail, John Locke really teaches about how if you don't know the information, if you don't know the education, if you don't know how to speak, if you don't know how to do math, if you don't know English or know Spanish, then your character will be less than. Your character will be faulty. It'll be flawed. But that's the whole thing. Instead of making men better, we're making men worse so a certain percentage of people can profit off of that. You guys are sending me these eye care gifts packages. If you haven't sent one, I appreciate it. Send me an eye care gift package because they make my life a lot better. But you send me this eye care gift package, and in the eye care gift package is Fritos and Doritos and Top Ramen and candy bars, right? Now, there's somebody who's making a massive, massive profit off that eye care gift package. They're making a huge profit. They're selling me $10, $15 worth of stuff for $40 or $50. That means that they're gouging the people who are in the jails and in the prisons. And so right here on this phone call,
Really, you're a big Ayn Rand fan. Shouldn't you consider that to be enterprise? Shouldn't you consider that to be a good thing, that someone found an exploit in the market and was able to make a profit? That seems very Ayn Rand to me.
phone calls charging me 16 cents per minute to be able to call. There's somebody who's making tens of thousands of dollars every day, gouging people from being in jails and prisons. There's a lock company. There's particular lock companies that put the locks inside of this dungeon. Those people are making millions of dollars.
Out of all the things you could try and be like, prisons are fucked up, you're literally mad at the people who just, like, go in and make the doors. I don't think that's what people are talking about when they talk about for-profit prisons. They're generally talking about the exploitation of prison labor that's tantamount to slave labor, not people going in and repairing locks on the doors, Chili.
The torture cuff companies, every single day when people go to the dungeon, when they go from the dungeon down to the courthouse, they're shackled like a pig. And so the torture cuff company is making millions and millions of
Do you
dollars.
shackle
You'd be
pigs?
amazed how many sets of torture cuffs are in this particular dungeon.
I feel like you put pigs
so
in...
we have to
You pen pigs. You don't shackle pigs, right?
change the system to make society a better place. And you may say, I don't want to invest in an educational box for prisoners and inmates. I don't want to pay for that. Well, you're paying for it anyway because there's a 50% recidivation rate. So do the math. When someone comes out of here, 1 out of 2 people is going to commit another crime or be arrested again. Well, that crime that's committed, that's against you. That's against your brother, your mother, your cousin, your sister, your lover. That's who that crime is against. So you could not even like me at all. That doesn't matter, though. We still have to fix this incarceration niche because the person who's going to go out and recidivate, who is the victim of their crime? It could be you. And what did they learn in this dungeon? How to lay around all day and how to meet other people who do criminal activities, make friends. There's 2 guys in this jail who are making plans to get together, to go hang out when they get out of this jail. Think about that for a moment. And the 50% recidivate, one of those
Seradona says, and you're paying 16 cents because of what, Chili?
2 are going to.
I assume he would say because of a corrupt judge.
Misery loves company, so one may refer to the other and say, hey, let's go out and commit a crime together. Who's that crime going to be against? It's going to be against your mother. Whereas if the time they spent inside of this dungeon was set down in front of an educational box and they learned English, they learned math, they learned applied sciences, they learned philosophy and linguistics, well, then they would learn how to speak properly. They would learn the philosophy.
Again, see what I mean? That just feels icky that he says that. Learn to speak properly just makes it sound like he's, like, averse to African-American vernacular, which is pretty yikes.
Of doing the right thing. They would learn the consequences are based on math. That the dialect and the way that the sentence structure of English or Spanish teaches them logic. You have to actually get into the nitty-gritty to understand that you may not want to invest in people who are arrested and put in jail, but there are other people who are investing in them, and they're making millions and billions of dollars off of locking people up in the dungeon, and it has to change. I'm getting a bird's eye view, and I got 55 more mother days of this nonsense. It is so frustrating to be in here. I can't even tell you.
Regular Andy Dufresne, 55 more days in the hole.
I can't even tell you. It's a nightmare every day and every night. When I wake up in the morning, it's like a bad dream I woke up from, and I woke up in a bad dream. When I lay down and go to sleep, I lay down on a metal sheet, and there's no brain stimulus in here. There's no way to stimulate your... Now, I have...
Chili, you've read multiple books. You literally have talked about reading multiple books in there.
That people have sent to me that I'm reading, so
I can't stimulate my brain except for all these goddamn books. There aren't even pictures in them. How do you read these fucking things?
bettering myself, but this is a horrible system. It has to be changed. And so I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it.
He has talked about people watching TV as well. Yeah.
I want to say thank you to you guys.
Again, I'm sure it's plenty boring, but, like, it is jail. Like,
Thank you so much for supporting me and believing in me.
It's so funny. It is both torture and boring at the same time.
I met with my lawyers today. Good things. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say good things. Please read the appeal brief. It's on deletelaws.com. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for your letters. Keep sending me more letters. I appreciate it. I love you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.
Jeesh. Jeesh. That's all I gotta say about it. Let's see what is next. Found this guy.
That you've been
Here's an unlisted video by him that's kind of an introduction. I gave him a fake email to get this video.
You know that you've
I think I told him my email was like, it was an automated system. You go to his website, and then to get to this video, you got to put in your name and an email. And I think I said my name was like Roger, and that my email was like lickballs@gmail.com or something. I don't know.
you've been lied to your entire You know that you've been lied to your entire life. You just feel it. In your heart of hearts, you always knew something wasn't right, but you just couldn't put your finger on it. You're told
Vibes-based conspiracy. Stone Corbell says it really annoys me that he's identifying real problems, but he's talking about his own situation like he's serving life in prison in a supermax and talking about how much he wants to teach everyone Ayn Rand like that'll fix everything. Oh yeah, that's why I like Chili. It's maddening. He obviously brings up real issues with incarceration, but it's all about him.
by people that you are free and that you live in a free world. But in reality, nothing could be further from the truth. When you were born, the government, they created a clone of you. Yes, a clone. Not in the physical form, but using your name, they created a second BERTH birth certificate using your capitalized name, and they made you a corporation, a company. The whole world runs with companies on commercial or contract law. Everything is a contract. Your whole life has been dedicated to making that 1% wealthy while you struggle through life trying to pay bills, working overtime, or possibly even 2 jobs.
Again, frustrating in that they're so close to some kind of class consciousness, the recognition that, like, wow, we all seem to, like, do a lot of things, but the benefits of the work we do tends to go and get funneled up to a very small portion of wealthy individuals. Isn't that weird? But instead of looking at the actual systemic problems, they invent an entire mythology in which, no, when you're born, they create a legal fiction clone of you, and if you use the right words in court, you can unlock a secret $1 million account. Like, they're so close and so far. It's incredibly frustrating.
Now, does that sound like freedom to you? Not really. Now, did you know that there is no such thing as money? It's all fake. Look at the bits of paper that are in your wallet. They are just promissory notes, a promise to pay in the future because we have no real money. The whole thing is...
You know what's funny, though, is I can take that money to stores and buy goods. I can negotiate the purchase of services with them. It's pretty nice. Works just like money, except I don't have to carry around a bunch of gold.
a real matrix and...
Annoys me that they think gold is real money, but fiat currency isn't. They're both things people accept in different contexts. Guess which one's the petrodollar? Not gold.
We are fighting for survival. The good news is I can help you. I don't have a key. I have a whole bunch of keys, and I'm going to give them to you. So what I suggest is, all right, there's a box somewhere here after you've watched the video. Put your name in, put your details in, click it, and we'll take you through to the next stage to help you get more information about how to gain your freedom and learn what's really going on behind the matrix.
Matrix reference. Nice. Grimsbane, thanks for 24 months. Happy 2nd anniversary.
This webinar is for information purposes only. It is not intended to be legal advice.
Thank you everyone, by the way, who subscribes to the channel and does bits and everything, helps keep it going. Much appreciated.
We do not supply legal advice. If you require legal advice, please contact a qualified legal professional.
We don't give legal advice. Your website was kind of implying otherwise, but good cover.
Information in this webinar is private. All results can be different, and your actions or results are your own responsibility. We cannot be held responsible for other people's actions and or results. Hi, Peter Wilson here. Just a quick video. I'm just going to go over showing you this legal notice and demand, the one that we've got, okay, which at the minute we've got written out there for
See what that says.
okay, which at the minute
Legal notice and demand, let right be done through the heavens, though the heavens should fall, to Boris Johnson, okay, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, so this is from a while ago, plus all local, national, UK, and international government public employees and officials. This is a contract in Admiralty jurisdiction.
we've got written out there for Boris, okay, but you notice that we've got it in red. So the red bit, it's where, you know, you should change it for the different people that we'll have to send it to. I'll read those out again to you in this part, so that I'll read the names out and the addresses out of where we have to send them to. So, you know, Boris is just one of them. So we're going to send off the legal notice and demand, okay? So what we'll do, I'm going to show you how to do this one. Obviously, you print it out. Once you've edited it, and you've got to obviously put your own details in. This one here is...
You know, the value of gold from Battlefield Earth. That movie wouldn't lie to me. I love Battlefield Earth. Where's my copy of Battlefield Earth? It's around here somewhere. Well, you were still learning to spell your name! Was being trained to conquer galaxies! I love that movie. That's it. There's no joke. It was just me saying a line from the movie. Can't always be funny.
If you can see that, there is for Fred Smith, wherever it is on there. Okay, he's on there. All right, so you have to put your name in, okay, when you're talking obviously about yourself and going over. Now it's I can't remember now, roughly 13-14 page document. It kind of covers a lot of what is on the other documents as well. So it's kind of, it's backing them up as well. It's you know, making them stronger. So we're going to send, we'll call this, for want of a better term, the cover letter. So,
has anyone who worked on that film commented on it as far as you know? I don't know. I don't know much about the background of it, actually. I do for some movies, not that one.
We've sent things off where you've sent it to the local court, they're getting sent back and ignored. You've sent them off to like different places that we've tried, that other people have tried to do, you know, and it's no response or getting ignored or even sent back. So this is a renewed effort and slightly change the documents. Most of you will have seen this before, the legal notice and demand. It's a very powerful document. What you're doing is you're putting them on notice, but also on caution, should they do anything to you as well, okay? Now, what you're going to do with this, and it's got the number, if you haven't seen it, then you can get it on the, it's on the private site, and I'm going to put it on the member site, and I'm going to put it on the full front. I think I put it on the Facebook group, but I'm going to put it on the website as well, so that you can get it from there as well when you're downloading the other ones. Doing a lot of work on there now. It's taking tons of time, and obviously, you know, I've got like the gym running and other things, and it's open again now, and so it's like getting busier and busier again. So, but I'm trying to do a bit, and it was a bit untidy because you.
All right, he's too British for me. This isn't interesting. Oh, this was the more interesting video from him I wanted to watch. Sorry, I picked the wrong one.
This thing, the New World Order, okay?
Hate when I do that.
This thing, the New World Order, okay? We hear that a lot, don't we? Everybody's talking about the New World Order. We're all going to get changed and move into the New World Order, all right? But the thing is, right, there is no New World Order, okay? Right? We are ruled now still by the Holy Roman Empire.
Is he under the impression that the Holy Roman Empire is like the original Roman Empire? Because he uses it interchangeably here, I think. And that's a little funny to me.
Right? We have been for thousands of years, and it is the old world order. So, you know, I know the politicians say these things, new world order and build back better type of stuff. But in reality, it's still the old world order. It is and always has been. Now, I'm taking this to the City of London. Now, a lot of people will know you have your three centres. The City of London. Now, I'm not talking about London. I'm talking about the City of London, the 1.2 square mile, Washington, D.C., and the Vatican. The three centres that rule the world, but it's ruled by a different place.
So the City of London, Washington, D.C., and the Vatican. Okay.
All right. So you got your three.
Doctor Strange says it's, I think, London, New York, and Shanghai. Maybe it was Hong Kong. No, Shanghai. I don't remember.
Three centres, but ruled by a fourth centre, which has the influence, the little puppet strings that control them all. So we're talking now today, though. Really, I want to talk about about London, the City of London. So we're talking about England. Let's say we're looking all the way back, all right, from the Holy Roman Empire, which before it was just the Roman Empire, which eventually became the Holy Roman Empire.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I can't deal with that right now. Okay. What else are we going to cover today? We could do the pilot episode of a TV show Chili wrote. I don't think we watched that. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, fun fact, Chili wrote the pilot for a TV show, and they shot it. He's not in it, I'm sorry. He's just a writer. He's the writer. I don't think we watched this. If we did, I apologize.
I'm Jeff fucking Lloyd, and I'm not changing how I say it, because I'm Jeff fucking Lloyd. I've been arrested dozens of times.
I'm the actor Jeff fucking Lloyd.
I'm the real Jeff fucking Lloyd, and I created D-Law for a reason. We, the people, need to rise up and change these divisive laws that are ruining our culture.
There's three fundamental parts of D-Law, two of which we're going to need your help if we want to live in a civil society where we don't fear criminals or the cops that we pay to protect us.
D-Law does stand for delete laws, by the way, or delete law. M. Scheffler says, "Dear God, no." What is this? This is a pilot for a TV show that Chili and some other people put together. Chili was the co-writer on this.
Get the fuck out resisting! D-Law stands for deleting laws. Dumb laws that never should have been on the books in the first place. We'll be showing you 2 dumb laws per episode, and then I will be funding a marketing campaign to get rid of these laws. The sad fact is, if there's a law on the books, even a stupid...
There it is, written by Chili DeCastro.
law, there's a cop ready to enforce it.
Ma'am, I'm just doing my job.
You broke the law!
The policies that our police are using escalate situations, and these escalations are proving to be fatal. It's time to change dated police policies that are creating massive divisions between police and our communities.
Let me go! Huh? Come on, man, you got it. Why you going?
Go to our website and become a D-Law member. We'll be introducing a new model of community policing that works in today's world.
Somebody called the cops, and I came down here to see if I can mediate this without the police's help.
Community policing will help ensure that we stop locking people up in cages for silly infractions.
Get on your knees!
It's time to end this incarceration nation. Come join us on D-Law.
The thing about drunks, man, we fall down all the time. Fucking wiped out on the curb.
I don't know why they decided to do this one first, considering he's playing it as if he is an active danger to himself. He's all bruised up and stumbling over himself. Like, I understand that, like, public intoxication could be used as a pretextual, like, argument to, like, arrest someone who maybe wasn't causing a problem, but they're showing, like, he's a problem, like, he's an active danger to himself and is, like, disoriented and, like, doesn't know what's going on and he's all bloody. Like, if anyone needs to be picked up for public intoxication, it's this guy, because he's gonna kill himself accidentally walking into traffic or something.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, my name is Josh, and I'm calling from Hyde Plaza. There's a drunk man outside of our store, and he's been here for a while. I'm a little concerned for our customers. If you can send someone over, that'd be great.
Okay, we'll send someone right out. All units, we have a report of a drunk and disorderly at Hyde Plaza in the Garden. Nearest unit, please respond.
Unit 623 responding. We're less than 1 mile from the plaza. We are en route. Over.
Copy that. Unit 623.
I don't think Marcel could get enough people together to film something. Just drunkenly planting plants that aren't his?
Unit 623 approaching the north side of Hyde Plaza near the Garden. Responding to drunk and disorderly. Will advise. Over.
Who leaves a trowel laying around. They were actually reading Hitchhiker's Guide, but they're dyslexic, so. That's a pretty good Hitchhiker's Guide joke.
Hey! Excuse me, sir! What are you doing?
No, you tell him it's 4.6 million, and if the cash isn't in escrow, I'm pulling the deal.
Captain Squid with 100 bits says, Marcel, negotiating with a network executive. Give us $1 million for our pilot. No? Okay, fine. 2 million.
Shut up, I'm in a meeting. That's Mary Johnson. She doesn't know it yet, but she's about to get hit with 2 felonies. All stemming from one dumb law. Leaving her car running. That's not the worst of it. See, Mary doesn't know how it works. She's about to find out.
Excuse me, ma'am, is this your car?
Yeah, sorry, I don't have time to talk. You must be burning up in that uniform. You look hot.
Ma'am, I need you to turn the car off right now and show me your license and registration.
Am I in some sort of trouble?
The immediate music change. But
What's going on, buddy?
I don't know. Drunk for
is that a rental sticker in the window? Probably. I assume they rented it for filming.
like 4 days.
What? What have you eaten?
Hey! What are you doing? Hey! Excuse me, sir! What are you doing? Whoa, 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 Drop hey! your weapon! Drop your weapon! I will fucking shoot you! Drop the weapon! I will fucking shoot!
Shit, I'm drunk as fuck.
We've seen 0 dumb laws so far. I would agree. Like, for instance, like winter in Michigan, people will like start their cars in their driveway or whatever. And that's whatever if you're in them, but it is dangerous to, like, if you're in a parking lot or something, just leave your car running. Someone could steal it. Someone could, I don't know, something could happen with the brakes and the car could go without you. Because, like, I don't know if you've driven a car before, but a lot of cars, it'll go if your foot isn't on the brake, even if you're not pushing on the gas. I don't know. I think generally in that situation you would get a warning if you did. Yeah, the interlaying of the storylines is really bad, too. Vestdemon, thanks for 200 bits. Appreciate it.
Oh my god, he's got a rake.
Put it down, man!
Oh man, I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to kill this guy. Oh my god.
He's gonna kill us all. Oh shit, 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 shit.
Please move so I can kill you. If he moves in any direction, I kill him. Please move.
Am I in some sort of trouble?
Ma'am, it's illegal to leave your car running in the state of Texas. We don't want you to become a victim. So show me your license and registration and get out of the car.
Am I getting a ticket?
Ma'am,
Gotcha,
I'm just doing my
Philip.
job. See, the purpose of this law is to eliminate citizens from becoming victims.
Get out.
But this dumb law is making victims. It's D-law.
I'm sorry, I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not a lawbreaker. So could you just, please, let me go?
No. You're not going anywhere until I see your license and your
get up.
registration. Get out of the car right now.
Give me my keys.
Show me your license and registration.
Give me my keys.
Young black male, North East Structure, behind the door.
You gotta understand that they don't, like, as far as Chili's definitions are concerned, if he thinks a law is unjust, he considers it not breaking a law when he breaks it. Like, that's why he still says that he is innocent even though he's guilty, because he doesn't find the law valid. So to him, it's like he's innocent. Holy shit, Terradona, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs, very generous of you, and then Nemesaur with 20 tier 1 subs. God damn, that's a lot of subs all at once. Thank you very much, and kicking off a hype train. 32% to level 2, that seems wrong. It feels like it should be higher after all those gift subs. Thank you. Wonder if it didn't recognize some of those or something. Oh, are we at level 5? It still shows level 2 for me. Must just be my thing. Let me refresh it. Reload. There we go. 23% to level 5. Sorry, it was broken for me.
I got your ass now. Come on, man. Let me go. Huh? Come on, man. You got me. Why you running from me? Why you running from me? Come on, man. You got me. I'm down. Why you running from me? Huh? Why you running from me? Anybody running, man? No, keep your hands where I can see.
For some reason, I can't fucking move. I'm so confused and I'm frozen. Fuck.
I'm fucking frozen.
The reason you can't move is because your brain won't let you. Jeff has entered what is today known as fight, flight, or freeze.
I do want to point out, I looked
Brain
this
won't
up.
let you.
M. Scheffler, thanks for gifting a sub.
Jeff has entered.
Angela Noel, NASA neurologist. Now, I saw this and my immediate reaction was, what? And what? I looked this up. No, Angela Noel, actual NASA neurologist. She worked as a research fellow in NASA's neurology. Apparently NASA has a neurology lab. Yeah, the spelling is a different issue, but she is actually a PhD. She is actually a PhD and worked at NASA. So, good for her, I guess. And then she became an actress, and she has an IMDb page. So she, like, this is her, and she legit does actually have this qualification. So, points for that, I guess.
What is today?
Neurologist. I didn't notice the spelling mistake until you guys pointed that out, though. That is hilarious.
Known as fight, flight, or freeze.
Yeah? Well, I can't fucking move, and I didn't make the choice.
Jeff fucking Lloyd. Your brain has completely taken over your body. Jeff's amygdala has detected danger, and his non-conscious sympathetic nervous system has kicked into high gear.
She did her postdoctoral work at Stanford, and then got a job for 3 years at NASA.
You will be acting completely on impulse.
And then she wound up in Chili's thing, so that's an interesting career trajectory, isn't it?
From the
trajectory, NASA. That was almost a joke.
Frozen position, you may try to fight these guys, or turn and run.
Lady, you seem fucking kooky. I can't fucking move.
Run, Jeff, run.
Finally, I get to kill somebody. I'm gonna tell my dad.
Drop the rake, man!
Alright, that was a little funny.
And comply with the order. Put it down. Drop the weapon. Now, lay on your belly and put your hands to the side. Spread wide. Do it now.
Lay on my belly? I'm not laying on my fucking belly. I know what happens when I lay on my belly, all right? You're gonna dogpile me. I'm not moving.
Are you deaf or just...
Okay, so why did you have the character inner monologued? Okay. Less than a minute left in the hype train, 32% to level 5. You went out of your way to explain that sometimes in scenarios, people aren't doing things because they're in fight or flight mode, which is a fair thing to bring up. Like, oh my god, people don't behave rationally necessarily when they're freaked out and guns are being pointed at them. But now he's openly having the character have an internal monologue where he's just like, nope, I'm refusing to comply. That doesn't seem smart. That seems like bad characterization for what you're trying to get across. Broha, thanks for 33 months, and Moira Soma, thanks for gifting a sub.
It's fucking stupid.
You asshole. If I could move, don't you think I would?
Get down. Do it now.
He looks fucking terrified. What is wrong with this guy?
Thank you for that hype train, everyone. That was incredible.
Come on, man. Aw, shit. I'm so scared.
Get on your knees. Get on your knees.
Just take your knees.
Get down on your knees. Get on your fucking knees.
Okay, man. Take it easy. Take it.
Give me your fucking arm.
Give me my keys. This is harassment.
Ma'am.
This is harassment. Give me my keys.
Don't you dare. Stop resisting.
This is
Stop
harassment.
resisting. 1078, I'm behind.
I would agree that that's extreme. This hypothetical that Chili wrote, that is extreme.
I need backup right now. Stop resisting.
Why do you have your knees in my back?
Stop resisting.
What are you doing?
Copy 1078.
You punched me in the face.
Stop resisting. You're under arrest.
I'm not moving. I'm just being attacked.
You're under arrest.
You're under arrest for what?
You broke the law.
No.
Stop resisting.
My neck.
Ma'am.
No.
You're under arrest. Stop resisting.
Please explain why you're doing this.
You broke the law. Let's go.
Are you gonna hit me again?
If you attack me again, yes, I will.
How did I attack you? You just got my keys and then you got them for no reason.
You can tell that to the judge. You left your car running and now you're under arrest. Let's go.
Why are you digging your knees through my back? Why can't I just lift my hands and you're gonna
That's not our policy. Get on your belly right now. Get on your belly right now.
No.
You know I could punch you right now.
Stop.
I'm well within my right.
I hate to say this, but this is better directed than a Darmon video, so it does have that going for it. Captain Squid says, the lady storyline kind of reminds me of the pro golfer who just escalated a ticket warning into multiple charges.
I'll tase you or hit you with my baton. Now get on your fucking belly. I'm trying to be nice.
Trying to be nice? You punched me in the face. I could sue you.
You attacked me.
I didn't attack you. This is crazy. This is not.
Lay on your belly and put your hands out to your side right now.
What have I done? I haven't done anything
You broke
wrong.
the law.
I didn't.
Why are you running from me? Come on, man.
Huh?
You got me. Really? Keep your hands where I can see them. See what we got in this book bag of yours. What we, oh, 2 canisters, huh? 2 canisters? I knew you got something in here. What we, chicken noodle soup. You know what? Okay. All right, though. You still got some answers. You got some answers that you gotta give me.
622, what's your 20?
Behind the construction site, northeast of Tacoma Street. They told me it was gonna be cops patrolling me. I ain't believe that. Listen, come on, bro. Young buck, I'm just doing my job. You understand me?
Ew, Chili wrote that line. Reminder that Chili wrote that line.
That's real life, man. Officer Lice? You in a relation to Corey Brandon Nice?
Nice is hit. Nice is hit.
Wait, what? What is happening? Martha, save Martha! Why did you say that name? What the fuck?
We got fire all around us. We got fire all around us.
This is incredible. Chili, thank you. Even though you're in jail right now, this is so good.
Nice as hit! Nice as hit! We need backup now!
So this show would just be cops being shit with no real plot? Yeah. Basically dramatizations of stupid laws. What Chili considers stupid laws.
You're gonna make it, man! You're gonna make it! Hold on, Nice! Hold on! We got fire everywhere! We got fire all around us! Medic! We need a medic!
Homoerotic race car. How many milligrams were the gummies?
Nice as hit! Nice as hit!
Only 10, so you took 2, so 20 milligrams. Okay.
Come on, get out! Get out of the fucking ground! Get on the ground! Put your arms out! I can't fucking put my arms out when you're fucking crushing me!
Calm down, or you will be tased!
Fucking go, Jeff fucking Lloyd! Get the fuck out!
Did they think this was a, like, artistic shot shooting through the cacti? Because it just kind of looks like shit. It just looks like there's stuff blocking the scene.
Jeff's mind has entered into fate mode. He can't undo it, and he did not choose it consciously. Once your mind is scared, you revert back to animal instincts.
Amber Pretzel says, why do I feel like I should be absolutely infuriated by who wrote this? Who knows?
Down or I will tase you!
Get the fuck off me!
Stop
Get
resisting!
the fuck off me!
Get your hands out!
You're crushing
Hands
me!
up. Come on.
You're crushing me! I can't get my hands out and you're fucking crushing me!
Stop resisting!
What's going on
I
over
don't
here?
know, man. Let's check it out.
Oh, it's a white boy!
Oh, shit, dude. I gotta check.
Oh, it's a white boy! Billy's dialogue for non-white characters sure is something, isn't it?
I gotta record
If that nigga was a nigga, he'd be a dead nigga.
Again, Chili wrote this. Chili wrote these lines. Just pointing it out, unless that was an ad-lib.
Yeah, dude, 2 years ago, they killed my neighbor's dog.
The black lab?
Yeah, the black lab.
Oh, yo, Hoppy, we gotta get out of here, man. Come on, man. Man, fuck that, man. Yo, freaks. White boy's gonna live, man, but he'll kill us minorities, man.
Resisting.
Yeah, whatever, man. I'll settle down. Just get the fuck off me. I can't breathe.
You can breathe.
I can't fucking breathe. They're cutting off vital blood supply. The parts of my body will make
Stop
me die.
resisting. Are you ready to calm the fuck down? You ready to calm the fuck down?
I can't fucking breathe.
All right, let's get him. You gonna calm down? All right, get him up. Get him up.
Get up. Get up.
Get up. Get the fuck up or you will be tased. Hey, easy. Come on, get in there.
Come on, stop resisting. Whoa. Officer Clevin, let go of her. Officer Stevens, is this woman under arrest?
Yes, she is.
What?
Okay, all right, wait, hold on a minute. Listen to me.
You were already told you were under arrest multiple times.
One or two things is gonna happen right now. All right, these officers. These officers are gonna tackle you. They're gonna put their knees in your back, and they're gonna cuff you. And I don't think you're gonna like that very much.
But
Or-
that doesn't make any.
Or,
That doesn't make any.
or, you're gonna surrender to me right now. I'm gonna cuff you, and we're gonna talk about this.
I can't believe this.
All right then. All right then.
Ah! Ow! Ow! Ow!
I feel like this is less dramatic than getting punched in the face. I feel like the face punch should have been the climax if they're trying to build to something. I feel like the punch. Of course, to Chili, the torture cuffs are the epitome of evil, so I guess it makes sense from his perspective why he would write it that way, but I don't know. You're doing 1,000 milligrams when you get home and playing Fallout for a while? Wow, you're gonna be in the wasteland, aren't ya? Holy shit, that's a lot. Please be careful. Imbibe, like, you know your dosage, but holy damn, you are gonna be in the Commonwealth. Holy fuck. Say hi to Nick for me. Jesus Christ.
What did I do?
Do you have mods? Download the Fallout Who mod. It's fun.
You didn't comply. It's called contempt of cop, and it has to stop. I need a drink.
Why did they make the host an alcoholic? Like, do they think it's charming?
Sit tight. Let me go see if I can help you out with that.
I was just going to Pilates. What's happening now?
I don't know. I have to speak with Officer Stevens.
He's really hurt.
Come on! Stay still! Wait.
I'm so confused. This is like a broken up building, but the appliances in it look brand new. Like, that looks like a brand new microwave. But like, this wall's all broken up. Seems like a weird set. If you wanted a microwave for this, you could have gone to Goodwill and picked one up to make it look beat up for your set, you know?
I know this kid.
You know this kid?
I know this kid. Listen. He's unarmed. Let me cuff him.
Yeah.
Let me cuff him. He's unarmed. All right?
I'm watching you, kid.
Sorry, bump the mic.
I got him. Let me cuff him. Let me cuff him. Let me cuff him. Don't move. Kid. Don't.
Yeah.
You dare move. Don't move.
Performance like what is his name? The guy who played Jesus in Passion of the Christ as his hands are getting nailed.
Let's get him out.
Get his ass up.
Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Come on.
Okay, nice. Let's hear it.
All right. Guys, relax.
Here, nice.
Okay, fellas,
What do
relax.
you
Okay.
Jim Caviezel.
Kid.
Y'all about broke my back. But nothing hurt more than the cup.
Okay.
Unit 623 approaching the north
Wait, we
side
went
of High
backwards
Plaza
in
near the
time?
garden, responding to that drunk and disorderly. Will advise. Over.
Look at this guy.
Is this gonna be like how it should have gone in Chili's mind?
Excuse me, sir. You're not the city gardener.
I know, man. So fucking drunk. Just wanted to help out.
You driving or anything? You able to get home from here? Okay. Maybe just stay out of the garden. Could you drop the rake?
I feel like this is closer to, like, I'm not saying this exactly would happen. Cops are bigger assholes than this most of the time, but I think this is closer to what would have happened than the first situation.
All right.
If anything, they made this character too drunk because he needs something. He seems an actual danger to himself. Joan Corbell says, so, like, this isn't an issue with laws, it's an issue with the culture of cops and policing in our society.
Get out
Yeah, I don't think he realizes what points he's trying to make.
of here. Go. Go. And be safe.
Thanks, guys.
Hi,
ma'am. Is this your car?
Yeah.
All right, well, you left it running.
I know it's hot.
Yeah, I understand. All right, well, I kept an eye on it for you.
Thanks.
You have a great day.
But it's still illegal! You shouldn't keep your car running for like an hour while you go work out. What a waste of gas. So many random emissions. Don't do that. In my head, that interaction should have gone, hey ma'am, just so you know, that's illegal. Don't do that next time. You might get a ticket. That seems like how that scenario probably would go in real life. Especially because she's like random blonde white lady. Like, I think they're gonna be like, hey, don't do that. Jitara says, he's pointing out police brutality, which is an issue, but his solution seems to be, fuck you, I can do whatever I want, and you can't tell me otherwise, pig. Yeah.
Well, my dad died in this very spot that you're in. Said he haven't eaten in days.
All of a sudden, the sound is very low.
Hey, young fella. Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm all right. How you doing today?
It's another beautiful day. It's pretty hot out here today, so figured you could use a little bit of water, right?
Why is he was supposed to be drinking, like, chicken soup. If it's so hot outside, why is he drinking chicken soup? Like, this is an illegal issue. I just think if it's a hot enough day that they're offering you a bottle of water, maybe hot chicken soup in a thermos isn't where it's at for lunch, you know?
Thank you.
Okay.
Get some gazpacho or something, I don't know.
It's too hot out here. You gotta keep that water in you, right?
He handed it to a homeless man. I guess that's true.
You need anything else?
No, sir.
You good?
Yes, sir.
Well, let me know if you do, okay?
Okay.
Be careful out these streets, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm Jeff fucking Lloyd.
Community activist, how may I help you? It's 911 dispatch. We just got a call from Hyde Plaza. They have a drunken disorderly in the garden. Does not appear violent or agitated. Can you send one of your activists over to talk to them? Yes. We will send a community activist who lives in the area.
Hey, man. How are you?
I'm okay. Doing okay.
So in this world, are cops just like, I don't know what their deal is.
Guess I'm drunk.
My name is Marcus Diaz. I live right here. What's your name, compadre?
Jeff fucking Lloyd.
Perfect. Well, listen, Jeff fucking Lloyd. I got a question for you. Are you violent or non-violent?
Not violent. Just fixing these flower beds. See, it looks better.
Yeah, I see that.
This is a third time, I think. This is his idea of community policing.
Listen.
That's why it says community on his shirt. He's supposed to be the community policing.
Community activist. I got a beep on my phone. Somebody called the cops, and I came down here to see if I can mediate this without the police's help.
What? You fucking serious? What do I gotta do?
Well, you gotta get out of that garden. Put down that rake and I'll help you up.
Okay.
Have a seat. Here's the deal. If we can agree that you go home or go somewhere where you're not going to have anybody call the cops on you, this is over. I'll even go and get a coffee with you if you want.
I find it so funny that in this situation, Chili imagines that no drunk is ever belligerent. Like, again, I think that you should only apply force if necessary. Like, I don't even think, like, someone drunk in public is an issue that unless they're violent or something, the police should be involved in. Someone else in the comments mentioned social workers. I think it would be better, like a lot of leftists do, to take some of these things away from the police, and that if it's a situation that doesn't involve something where you need guns, which is most situations, you send someone to deal with it more appropriately. But also, like, have you met drunk people in America? Some of them are assholes and are violent, and you do kind of need to be like, hey, please leave. And they're like, no! You do need to deal with that sometimes, especially considering Chili hates people telling him what to do. It's weird to me that he can't imagine people who don't want to be told what to do by other people in society.
I'm confused. Who are you and why are you here?
It's a lot cheaper for the city. If the cops don't have to arrest you, transport you, and process you, it saves the city thousands of dollars.
How do you know about all this?
This is a dream reality that I wrote into a screenplay. The idea is...
This is a dream reality that I wrote into a screenplay. Oh my god, they're going full Doug Walker. They're going fourth wall break, admitting that this is a film we are in.
This is a dream reality that I wrote into a screenplay. The idea is to end the bottleneck that jailing people creates and to introduce community policing in a new way.
You're not a cop, are you? I don't do well with cops.
No, I'm not.
We know.
I'm a building manager. I signed a waiver, took a class. I'm a paid volunteer. I saved the
Wouldn't that just be a job?
city
How are you a paid volunteer? I don't understand.
tens of thousands
How's that different from a job?
of dollars a year. And if you'll allow me, I'll keep you from getting arrested today.
If I'm non-violent and willing to be cool.
That's right. If I talk some sense into you, we handle it ourselves in our communities. But you gotta be cool, bro.
Be cool about fire safety.
I love it. I love it. You have done me a solid, sir. Can I buy you some lunch?
You got money?
Oh, money has never been the problem, my friend. Money has never been the problem.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called them.
Oh, Jeff Lloyd. Didn't he end up... Am I crazy, or did he end up testifying against Chili in a thing? Huh. No, maybe that was a different guy with the last name Lloyd, actually. Gitara says, I'm assuming this is perfect... in this perfect world, this social worker reports to Chili, who's the community manager, God King, that seems to have authority over law enforcement and community outreach. Seems like it. Seems like it. Written by Chili DeCastro. Anyway, so that was the pilot that Chili wrote with some other SovSit auditor types. Let's move on, but I am going to use the little streamers room real quick, and then we will continue with the Twin Flame Power Hour. So I'll be right back. While I'm gone, Cher will tell you about the conquest of space, and I married a monster from outer space. Scream Factory releases. Be right back. Returned.
Hello, good men, women, and children. This is Kat Espinda with One New Earth, and welcome to my show. And this is the
Twin Flame Power Hour.
Twin Flame Power Hour.
Are you surprised that Kat Espinda is into this twin flame shit? I'm not.
Episode 111.
Episode 111. Yeah, we decided to pick a number that we see all the time. So if you see these synchronicity numbers pop up in my episodes, more than likely my twin flame is going to be on it. So
Eventually your viewers are going to figure out which shows are going to be Twin Flame shows.
Exactly.
Because we did 69, 87, 111, and the next one is going to be sooner than you think.
Yeah.
Are they part of the twin flame cult or just the woo-woo? I don't know.
That's right. That's right. So we thought we would just raise the frequency and raise the vibration.
Who's this guy? Her boyfriend, I think?
Because they're
calling them twin flames. Twin flames is like a weird cult relationship thing.
So many things going on in this world, and there's a lot craziness. A lot of people have, expressed sadness during these times. There's a lot of people going through a lot of hardship. And, we do know that this is the end times, that we are starting to see evil just right out in the open. It's everywhere you go. It's like, it's everywhere. And I've got my Trump hat on. What you're saying?
Why?
As you do, there you go. It's Trump as well. So we're not afraid to show our support for Trump, and we
or any Trump supporters
realize that he's doing it.
Like at this point, if you're like a Trump supporter, but you're like, oh, I'm embarrassed about it. Like why? Like you're a piece of shit. Like don't be like just own it at this point. Jesus Christ. Are there that many Trump supporters who are like, I'm on the DL about it?
Show here. Oh.
Go in your mind.
Okay. I realize that we're doing a show here on Twin Flames, but this is just another one of those things where, we have synergy. We believe the same in a lot of ways. And when we first met as Twin Flames and we didn't even know we were Twin Flames, we had no idea. We were so caught up in the Matrix, and we did end up liking Trump though, and we were so excited the day that he won in 2016. That was like the Super Bowl.
You remember how nerve-wracking that night was.
It was crazy. It was so nerve-wracking.
I don't think I have ever breathed a bigger sigh of relief than I did when Trump beat Hillary in 2016.
We had very different experiences that night.
Oh gosh, we were just screaming. It was like the Super Bowl. It was a big celebration.
You literally cried that night. That was still pretty deep into my alcoholic phase, so I was probably not doing great.
It was kind of a crazy night, and we learned already that Hillary Clinton was supposed to win that. And I just don't, we were talking about that way back then, that, all the politics, it's just two hands in the same glove. So even way back then, we knew that, but we really didn't know how deep it went. And at that time, I feel like I'd never heard of what a twin flame was.
Me neither.
Until after we had met and we started connecting, and we had this very strong bond. And I was like, gosh, there's something different about.
For those who don't know, I don't know, I've not watched like the full documentary about this. My understanding is that the twin flame thing is like a weird cult that basically reinvents the concept of soulmates, but into like a deeper cult thing with some really questionable, reactionary, weird ideas. It's weird. It's a weird thing.
About this, but we didn't realize where we would be today.
What are the shirts they're wearing? They're shirts that say awesomeness meter, and both of their meters are lit, the actual thing can change. So they're wearing matching shirts that have awesomeness meters.
Not at all.
They're like a couple shirt.
Oh.
We were like
couple of besties.
We were just living the regular life like everyone else, going to
In the Matrix, going to karaoke, watching football, watching lots of movies.
Mm-hmm. Watching all our
Wait, what's wrong with like some of those things?
living the regular life like everyone else, going to
In the Matrix, going to karaoke, watching football.
Don't shit on karaoke.
Watching lots of movies.
Mm-hmm. Watching all our favorite movies that we saw when we were children, and you know, introducing all of that. And you know, just now that I think back on all of that, it's just like our whole life was the Matrix. Our whole life was, we were very programmed.
Good background change.
And we were waking up, but we didn't know until, you know, and then I believe that we came together because this is the time where now we know, with everything going on in the world, we are facing a great reset. And the Bible talks about, you know, in the book of Revelation, the last book of the Bible, the end times or the great tribulation. And I think now that we're starting,
really should watch the Netflix Twin Flames documentary. It's on my list. It's one of the things. I just got a lot of stuff going on. Been watching Doctor Who, been watching 90s X-Men to watch X-Men 97 with Baha. Been watching the 90s Spider-Man. I've been all over the place watching a lot of stuff, so I plan on it. It's on my list. I just haven't watched it yet.
Starting to uncover and see all of the truth that's out there. Now we want, I like to call it the Great Awakening, because people are...
Yeah, I'm enjoying the new season of Doctor Who. Stephen Moffat's a really good writer when he has someone to tell him no. Like, I enjoyed the most recent episode written by Moffat and Russell T Davies as the producer. Moffat under Davies is a really good combo. Moffat needs someone to rein him in, but he can write.
Because of what happened in 2020, and I know that was really, I think, the catalyst that woke us up, I mean, really woke us up, was 2020, and, you know, the vaccination program, and, you know, how that was coming.
Oh, anti-vax are fun.
For our children, for us. And nobody ever believed at that time that they would make that mandatory for the world. And
it still
so
isn't.
It was, I don't know.
And that was just a spark. I mean, obviously there was the blatantly fraudulent 2020 election too.
Blatantly.
That woke a lot of people
We
up.
cannot demonstrate this, don't ask.
Up as well.
Yeah, and then so here we are still.
I feel the need to defend Stephen Moffat a little. I do like most of Stephen Moffat's run. He just has problems, but overall, I do like the Stephen Moffat era of Doctor Who, and part of this might be because it's where I started Doctor Who. I started with the 11th Doctor, and then went back and watched everything, so, like, I have a specific place in my heart for it. But yeah, Moffat's not my favorite showrunner currently. But I think he did great for what he did. But if it's not your taste, I understand. Moffat was in charge during Matt Smith and Capaldi.
Fighting, or people are still fighting.
Nearest Crowhill with 34 months says, 34 months! Also, is it just me or does the guy on the right look like older Agent Cody Banks? Ooh, Frankie Muniz, a little bit.
Fighting with this election fraud. And some people are like, oh, there's no election fraud. I mean, to this day, people still say that. I don't...
Because there's no evidence, Cat!
Maricopa County Board. We have the cleanest elections.
Yeah.
What a joke.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's a joke? Is it literally just because your feelings are hurt?
Exactly. And for them to say that when we were all actually sitting there and listening to their theater, for them to start talking about the elections as it was the best and most safe, you know, the best elections, safe elections, it was laughable. I mean, how can people not see what's going on right now? I know.
I think people do see, just, you know, with social media, they'll stifle opinions, as you know, because you just made a Facebook account and you've already had a few of your comments shadow banned.
Oh yeah, Facebook didn't want nothing to do with any of my...
As much as this is entertaining, I'm gonna skip ahead and see if she talks about her house stuff at all. If not, this is better for tinfoil.
Biggest white knight for
here we go. This looks related.
No warrant present. I'm not doing that. I have a page. So if anybody wants to follow the page, I'm going to be sharing my videos, sharing the videos about the bank fraud with Happy Community Credit Union, sharing the videos about...
Those who don't know about Kat, Kat is a sovereign citizen who used to be the CEO of a property management company. She did pretty well for herself, lived in a really nice house in a pretty bougie neighborhood. And then she came across this sovereign citizen stuff, became convinced that money wasn't real, and decided to stop paying her mortgage and lost her house. Not because she couldn't afford it, mind you. She just decided to stop paying because she decided money wasn't real. So that's her whole deal.
You know, like double.
And then she tried to sue the credit union that gave her the mortgage and all sorts of batshit stuff.
Crossed in the
Thanks, Midnight, for the
documentary
link.
where Sheriff Tom Croskrey didn't show up anywhere as I got arrested unlawfully with no warrant present, and that's just kind of how they roll.
Yeah, that day was a real eye-opener for me because up until that point, I was the biggest white knight for local law enforcement. I would make excuses when they were in the wrong. And that comes from having a granddad who was a police officer, and he was a better man than you'll ever know. But seeing what happened to you, seeing how they lied to your face, Jared Jack, Pinocchio, as we know him.
Got him. That's the most devastating thing that can happen to you, by the way, is someone editing a long Pinocchio nose onto you during a video on Rumble.
Participating in the ruse to steal your car and watching them threaten your son.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most disgusting display I have ever seen, and it completely changed my perspective on our law enforcement. And I'm not anti-cop. I'm anti-bad cop.
Yeah, or
corrupt cop,
or even brainwashed cop. At this point, a lot of the cops are brainwashed, and they've gone through the police academy program, you know, which is a brainwashing program.
MK Ultra.
It's
the one thing I have noticed about the new Doctor Who, the run times are slightly shorter. And this is funny because I feel like I'm just getting to the age where I'm going to notice this kind of thing. Because I look at, like, classic Doctor Who from the 60s and 70s and 80s and even 90s, when we're talking about, like, the movie. It has a slower pacing than the 2005 show. So I imagine when people went from classic Who to new Who, people who were adults at the time were like, whoa, this is a bit quicker paced, you know? Kind of feels like things are going by real quick. But that was normal for me because I was a kid when that came out, and now that we're on, like, this Neo Who stuff, that's its new thing, it's different than New Who, this is, like, the third era, the run times are a little shorter, and to me, I'm like, oh, this is going by kind of quick. But, like, I imagine if you're a kid, this is just the pacing of editing now? I don't know. These goddamn TikToks ruined the children's ability to stay with a scene or a shot.
It's an extension of an MK Ultra program.
They are trained to believe that they're never wrong.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like that.
It was not MTV, Dillis Filler. MTV was like 20 years ago that they were doing the things you're talking about. 30 years ago, if we're being honest. So I don't know about that. Royal Ann with a $2 super chat says, my husband is hearing him say cock.
That's with a lot of people in this world. You know, everybody just thinks they're 100% right. And I've got to prove to you that I am 100% right. And I think us going through this process, we've realized that that's a very dangerous ground to be on, to think that you're right about everything, because
yet here you are.
If you go back and watch the 45-minute protest in your doorstep, you can just see Kat's trying to talk about the bank fraud, and the two deputies there were going out of their way to talk about everything except that. Well,
because it's irrelevant.
Anything that we can say to just take your car? Will you just cooperate with us? It's like talk.
They already had the order. Like, it's not their job to adjudicate this issue with you. The court had already signed the order for the car to be taken, so they took it.
Talking to a robot.
Yeah.
It's like talking to AI, which I don't even want to get into AI.
Yeah, we're kind of, you know, I mean, AI is one of those things that can help humanity in a lot of ways. You know, our this laptop that we have, computers, clocks, all kinds of things, they have AI, and they have inputs and outputs. And I know. Oh, but we should change that.
Kinda low.
Okay, we're gonna increase it, but we'll get back to that. But AI, in the way it's going now, it's basically controlling everything. If you think about it, even with the everything going on television, all the algorithms on social media, it's monitoring everything. It's controlling what information we get and what information we don't get.
Royal Ann's the stream boss. Nice.
And it's studying us. It's trying to learn our every move with every program that we use. And that's why we try to, limit our what we use, because we want to use technology. We don't want it to use us. And that's
Exactly.
that's where a lot of people are at. They're being used. But Aaron, why don't you explain what our so we have these shirts on, you might have noticed, and so with the wings and the little dial.
Yes, so show 87, which was the last Twin Flame Power Hour before it had a name. So these shirts actually came from, we touched on, I used to do stand-up comedy back in the like 2010-ish, and I don't want to get too much into that, but I did make my own shirts, and I had my own stage name, Aaron, which is not a name I picked. I got it in high school and I didn't like it, but I eventually learned to just embrace it. But
your name is Aaron. Take it.
Exactly. Pretty much. But I just wanted something unique to go on stage with, so this was just what I came up with. Just awesomeness meter, and it goes from 1 to 10, as you can see.
Oh, his stand-up must have been abysmal. That's such a not funny shirt to wear. Holy shit, his stand-up must have been bad.
And then this
is his idea of a funny shirt to wear while doing stand-up? Oh my god.
My autograph back in the day. I don't use this anymore.
Yeah.
Ron,
but the first year I met him, he made one for me, and it says cat on the back, right on my shoulder or my back here. And then of course, it's like right now, hey, it's a 10 because we're doing the Katerin Hour of Power. And so we get to share our...
Why does his look like it has cat ears?
Our energy, good energy, whatever we share with you, it's authentic. And we're trying to get back to a world of being authentic. Because, especially even when we were in the Matrix, both of us had our own things going on where we were literally encapsulated by just things going on in the Matrix. And they've set up these corporations, and they've put all these things out there to create vices for us, to keep us stewing around in our lower frequencies. And
again, there's a big like puppet master organization for every action in reality,
and they hope that there'll be enough of that.
A lame white guy doing stand-up, I'm shocked. It's the Dave Rubin career path.
To keep, throwing fire on...
Or the Matt Walsh career path, the Steven Crowder career path.
Relationship.
I actually don't know if Matt Walsh ever tried comedy.
So that they never truly find happiness and peace and harmony. And I think as a twin flame, that's been a big part of our journey, is being able to love ourselves enough to love each other.
He did.
With the love that we need from each other. And that was, it was pretty amazing to be able to find that kind of love. And I know a lot of people out there want that kind of love, but twin flames aren't the, I think soulmates are probably what a lot of people really want.
We used to call each other soulmates.
We did. We used to say goodnight, soulmate, and he'd say goodnight, soulmate, but we don't say that anymore. Now we say goodnight, twin flame.
Oh, I don't like to cringe at other people's happiness, but that makes me cringe. Freyline says, for those who aren't aware, twin flames or soulmates comes from many places in antiquity. It was brought back by the spiritualism movements of the late 1800s for woo-woo and or grifter purposes. The Twin Flame University is an online dating service that became an MLM and an online cult. I hate her laugh. Captain Squid says, I mean, Matt Walsh films himself sharing his dumbass opinions. Is that not comedy? Not intentionally, but neither is my show. I'm just incompetent.
Because you know, soulmates can be anybody. You know, we thought that a soulmate is, you know, the love of your life that you found. It's that one man or woman, and we learned that it's really anybody can be a soulmate. It's just somebody that you connect with, and they're just going to be around. You know, I have somebody like that, Cheryl. Hello, I call her mom, and known her for over like 40 years. But I would consider her like a soulmate because we're never, I mean, I think we've gotten in one fight our whole life in 40 years. That's not bad. And so, but yeah, I would say we're twin flames, and there's a lot of things that are good things, and a lot of, I guess nothing's really bad. A lot of it was just things that we needed to recognize in our lives. And then we needed to do some clean, you know, housework. And that, I think we helped each other do that. Wouldn't you say?
Exactly.
He's like, exactly. But not to get, I know there's just so,
Actually, word for word, what was
or because they are already too far gone. And there's a lot of, you know.
Okay, I think I'm done with her twin flame power hour. Energy wellness quantum healing from 14 hours ago. Oh no.
Optimal health does not start outside of the body. It starts within. More specifically, within the cells of your body. If your
My body is cells. That's what I am. That's what it is.
cells are not properly charged, you will experience disease as opposed
Wait, charged like a cell phone?
to health. The cells in your body hold an electrical charge, otherwise known as millivolts. A healthy cell holds an electrical charge between 70 to 90 millivolts.
Oh god.
In other words, sickness can be measured by a weaker charge in your cells.
Remember that Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode where the scammer thought that you could become immortal by entertaining your cells? This is just that, but with slightly different verbiage.
Whereas health is measured by a higher electrical charge in your cells. Through scalar wave technology and
scalar wave technology.
Biophotonic light, the EE system
photonic light, as opposed to,
gives a boost to the cells in your body, keeping them
oh, I've seen these before. These are like a scam alt health thing.
at their optimal
Someone posted about this on a Reddit.
charge of 70 to 90
They're just nonsense monitors that show static.
millivolts. Spending time in this technology is like recharging the battery of your body, giving you more strength, vitality, and energy to thrive. Clinical trials have shown that the EE system technology assists in cell regeneration, neurotransmitter functions, immune function, and so much more. And this research has been acknowledged by many in both the
Acknowledged by many. Not confirmed, not corroborated. It's been acknowledged.
medical and scientific.
This is bullshit. See, you acknowledged us. We did it. Overthought says, higher charge in the cell is good. Just jam a fork in the toaster then. Don't do that. That is a joke. Do not do that. That will kill you.
Scientific communities. Thousands around the world are reporting benefits such as mood elevation.
Wow, thousands are reporting positive benefits. Are you familiar with the placebo effect?
Lower stress levels, pain relief across the board, increased energy levels, emotional stability, improved immune function, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. This is what the future
Anything is possible through the power of delusion.
of technology looks like. And the good news is, it's already here.
You acknowledge me, my power grows.
Hundreds of
Just a few thousand more of those, and you're all mine.
centers have opened around the world in just the past 12 months alone, and we've only just begun. Are you ready to experience what this technology has to offer you? You can find a location near you at unifiedhealing.com.
Sound mixing. What's that?
Wellness center. Now, these are the energy centers that are have
Oh, she's like paying to go to these fucking places. That's a shame.
agenda. Welcome to my show. Today, I've got a treat for you. I have an interview with Susan Bowman with 7B Energy Wellness Center. Now, these are the energy centers that have been discovered with Dr. Sandra Rose.
Okay, I'm saving this for tinfoil. This is very interesting, but let's be honest, this is tinfoil. This is beyond Sopsit stuff.
You're under arrest for theft, arson, and murder. Officer, you don't understand. I disagree with those laws, so I'm allowed to break them. Article 4, free inhabitant. We are not citizens of the United States. We are citizens of the Earth, so we do not have to... You're under arrest for...
That's about right. She's using money to pay for that? I thought she thought money was fake. That's wild to me that she thinks that, because she must buy food and stuff. Doesn't make sense. Hey, Marantz. Tomorrow I'll be proven wrong again. Sounds great, Marantz. Hope you're having a good one. What are next? Let's give this one a shot.
They are identifying your... Welcome, Ted and Vicky here. Thank you for your time and consideration. We would like to share some information that's been hidden from everybody for a really long time, so please keep an open mind. This is American civil flag or peace flag, which was
It isn't.
flown...
There are sovereign citizens who think this is a secret peace flag. It's not. This is a thing someone made up. I mean, I guess all flags someone made up, but it's not any sort of official flag of the United States like they claim. Yeah, it's really ugly, too.
Above every public building before the Civil War. Most of us have never seen this flag.
Because it's not what you say it is.
This is Anna Von Reitz.
Yeah, Marantz is coming on streams that aren't meme stock. I assume... I guess I don't know why. Maybe he just wasn't paying attention. But I both simultaneously apparently get all my content from him, but also he only shows up on days that have nothing to do with him. What are you gonna do?
And all the following information is from her research, along with the Living Law Firm, which are lawyers that gave up their bar cards and have been joined by other law groups to help. This team and others all over the world have been dedicated to research for over 20 years. Some of the teams are bankers, historians, and recently medical teams, and they have collections of proof that include historic documents, treaties, written laws, everything needed to put the truth out there of what is really going on. Let's listen to what Anna has to say about government.
It's always interesting to me how sovereign citizens take their particular interpretations of the Constitution and old laws and call it truth, as if interpretation of laws in and of itself is not a subjective, like, conversation, a subjective act.
Need a place where we're safe and we're supported and we're recognized for who we are and we're given the protection of our government. Now, I've said this before and I want you all to take it 100% to heart. The only reason to have a government is to protect the people and their assets.
I mean, what about providing for the common defense? I guess that's what you're saying in terms of protecting. What about promoting the general welfare? These are things that are in the Constitution.
That's...
Wait, is that the Declaration? Sorry, I'm tired.
It.
No, that's in the Constitution. That's in the preamble to the Constitution.
Do you feel like that describes our government now?
Do you consider yourself a U.S. citizen? Or do you consider yourself an American? Would you be surprised to know that most people are one or the other, but not both?
That's kind of a confusing question because we consider ourselves U.S. citizens and we were born here in America.
If you were born in America, you're a U.S. citizen by default. We have birthright citizenship in the United States.
So we are Americans, right? When you fill out a form to open a bank account or apply for a credit card or driver's license and passport, Don't you always check that you are a U.S. citizen?
You are.
So which are you, and are you one?
They're not mutually exclusive. Being a U.S. citizen is a specific, like, legal thing. Being an American just means you live in America, and you consider yourself from there. You are American. Like, you could be a non-citizen and still be in America and be, like, American, I guess.
One or the other, or both? And which
But they're certainly not mutually exclusive terms.
one do you want to be? That's what we want to explore today. From the standpoint of the federal government, a U.S. citizen is a citizen of the District of Columbia, the 10th.
No, that's a thing sovereign citizens say. You're only a U.S. citizen if you're in Washington, D.C. No, Washington, D.C. is literally just a federal district that exists, so no particular state takes ownership of the capital of the United States. It's sort of like a neutral territory or whatever.
Square miles. Employed as a federal civilian or in the military, welfare recipient, asylum seeker, born in Puerto
Welfare recipient, go fuck yourself.
Rico, Guam, American Samoa, American Virgin Islands. If you are none of the above, you are not a U.S. citizen, and you're not obligated to pay income taxes.
Oh, that's just untrue. That's just untrue. They're gonna go to jail. Shiba Hawk 420 with a 32 months says, "Hi, it's me again. How you doing? Hope you're good." Gitara says, partially related, another example of Republicans having no actual policies. I've seen some Republicans in support of getting rid of birthright citizenship, but not proposed how anyone is supposed to become a citizen. I mean, I think a lot of that's mostly racist. Most of that's just racism. They haven't thought it through because it's entirely about them hating, like, people that aren't like them.
Then the question is, how did you get to be considered one, and why do you think you are a U.S. citizen? You reinforced this when you checked the U.S. citizen box on any form. So how was your identity stolen? We're going to explain how this happened.
The birth certificate was used to steal your identity. This is what a Pennsylvania birth certificate looks like.
Birth certificate?
And it's done on heavy bond paper. The watermark is the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania seal. It's issued by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. You will notice that your name is in all capital letters. According to Black's Law Dictionary, the only things that can be written in all capital letters is a corporation or a dead man's estate.
I've literally never seen that anywhere in Black's Law's dictionary. I don't know where he's getting that. Legal Eagle did one video about opposites, I think. Boylu333, thanks for 34 months.
Do either of those. They are identifying your name as property belonging to them, and there is...
Nope, it's in all caps because it's more legible. Okay, these people are very boring. Sorry, they're older. We need some young, fresh blood. How about this? How about this gentleman?
Hello friends, if you or a loved one has been struggling with a chronic or complex health problem and have been disappointed with the level of care available,
Black's Law Dictionary is basically a holy text for them at this point, especially in that they cherry pick parts and misinterpret it specifically to back up what they already believe.
Get in touch with my friend Christian Yordanov by booking a free intro call. He is a certified functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner and author of 2 health books. He was on the show recently to discuss his latest book on longevity, How to Actually Live Longer, Volume 1. He has worked with clients with severe gastrointestinal problems, toxicity, and debilitating chronic fatigue. He's helped people...
Forbidden knowledge news. I'm going to skip past the ad read.
Remember, symptoms will help you or you're having you transform your health.
There we go. Oh, anti-Semitism. Ancient Egypt. Scary, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna do that just in case we saw his head pop. The Bigfoot video we actually know. The person who did this came out and talked about it. Like, it's an interesting video, but that's a known fake. Or that's what they want you to believe.
Back to Forbidden Knowledge News. I'm your host, Chris Matthew. Today my guest is Brandon Williams. First, a few announcements. You can watch the Forbidden documentary, Occult Louisiana, right now on Tubi.
Real quick, let me make sure I have this guy saved, because this looks interesting. Okay, I did save him for tinfoil in the future, too. Good, because he does other stuff other than just the sob sit stuff.
You can also help with our fundraiser for the next film, which we have started production on. We have links for you in the description. Anything is greatly appreciated, or you can visit supportfkn.com. You can also help by getting a Rockfin Premium membership. You'll get access to all our premium content and all the premium content from every creator on Rockfin. Just go to rockfin.com/FKN+. You can also help by downloading our episodes directly through our podcast provider, Spreaker. That's always free and easy for you. We have links for that in the description. Finally, we're booking guests for June. If you have suggestions or you would like a group that aims to address the news at gmail.com. Today I want to welcome back to the show Brandon Williams. He is a state national of California, author, common law lawyer, and founder.
There's no such thing as a state national. If you're a United States citizen, that's not how this works.
Of the
Not how any
Amnesty
of this
Coalition,
works.
a group that aims to address the slave state framework that's created by webs of legal contracts and
In this context, they are calling the fact that you have citizenship a slave state.
documents like birth certificates, social security
Which is ironically the opposite of what a slave state actually
cards and the U.S.
Oh.
citizen fraud system. After a successful career in sales and marketing, he is now devoting his full-time work to research and experimentation in becoming a state national. Brandon, welcome back. How you doing?
Good, man. Good to be back. Thank you.
Great to have you back. You have essential information that everyone really needs to hear, especially when we're entering these times where the system that we used to rely on quite stupidly is now crumbling more and more on a daily basis. There's a lot of exciting things happening, and today we're going to deeper examine the process of exiting this matrix system that continues to attempt to slowly destroy humanity, and it really just prevents us from having our human experience that we deserve. So you have a new presentation that we're going to get into. Can't wait to get into this. Before we delve into that, just remind the audience that
I was trying to see if that was a Pepsi or a beer.
May not have seen your last appearance, a little bit about yourself and your work.
Yeah, I don't, like I said before the show, I don't remember exactly everything we went over. If it's been more than a year, a lot has happened, a lot has changed. It's the same basic idea. It's just that now we're doing a lot of mainline litigation to kind of push these things home. A lot of successes, a lot of things have, I'm trying to think, a year. So this is April 2024. So a year ago would have been April 2023. Yeah, a lot's happened since April 2020.
It may have even been late 2022 when you were on, but it was around that time.
Yeah, that's it. That feels like 150 years ago.
Yeah, lots has happened.
Literally. So yeah. But it's gotten cleaner. It's gotten faster. It's gotten better. I don't know if I did a whole presentation last time, but
no, we just discussed what you were working on last time. But looking forward to this.
Well, if that's the case, then this is going to be a real mind blower for a lot of people, because I've gotten this thing down to about 45 minutes or so of a presentation, and yeah, we can just roll right into it if you want.
Let's roll. Let's do it.
You brought a presentation. Your
so,
podcast. Okay.
Yeah, I was just in Austin, Texas, doing a whole bunch of shows. I did Cal Callahan. I just did Crow 777.
Right. Love Crow.
I did Luke Story. I just released a show with Alex Zek, which is like amazing. Really great show. Him and I have a lot of good chemistry. He's really familiar with a lot of this work. and I was on Cal Kingsbury. I'll probably be on Aubrey Marcus soon, so I'm pretty excited to kind of take.
Sorry, I'm always interested when people show their screens like this. I'm always interested to look at what bookmarks and common websites they go to. iDentalSoft, whatever that is, bills of exchange, original state names, Federal Reserve something, CM, ECF California, free stock photos, Amirati.me, audio converter, one stupid something, can't read that, YouTube, website builder, MailChimp, Google Drive, Riverside, something federal court, Printful. That's the information we have.
Take this. I go on a lot of conspiracy shows, which has been kind of like my thing for a long time, like maybe a year.
I don't know how you can find yourself on the conspiracy show circuit and not start questioning your own bullshit. Like, I understand if occasionally you were on them, maybe you'd be like, whatever. But if the shows you primarily go on are conspiracy shows, you'd think you'd maybe start to reconsider your life choices.
Almost everything I go on is some sort of conspiracy related, this or that. But
iDentalSoft, cloud-based dental practice management. Oh, good! He's probably a dentist. That's great. I don't want him in my mouth. Could have probably worded that better.
Now I'm starting to bleed into the mainstream quite a bit, which I'm really excited about. I'm happy, because my whole purpose is just to make sure that as many people as possible see this information as quickly as possible in the most fun and exciting and assimilatable way possible, right? I don't really care about the platform or anything really of that sort. I'll even go on left-leaning, right-leaning. I don't care what it is. If they want to hear it, I'm going to go on there. You know what I mean? But so where we'll start here is I will show you guys, this is a presentation on nationality, citizenship, and taxation, how to no longer have any tax liability, and how to get out of the system, how you got into the system, and how easy it is to fix all that. Okay, so first off,
what happens if you attempt to point out to people like this that the Matrix was written by trans women? I actually don't know. I've never actually done it myself.
28 USC 3002. So the way this works is the first number is the title. So if you go to the US code, you can see here it goes by title, and each title is a different subject of different things to speak about and talk about, right? Title 28, if you go down to the bottom here, you can see here title 28.
Seeing the internet without ad blockers is nuts. Do people put up with this shit?
So Title 28 of the United States Code, section, that's a section symbol, 3002. We're going to go down to subsection 15, definition A. It says here United States means a federal corporation. And the word federal is capitalized, which is also has significant.
Corporation in this context doesn't mean a private for-profit corporation. They just mean a corporation in the sense that it is a group of people coming together to create an entity that is a social construct or a legal construct.
Now, if we go to Title 26, which is the Internal Revenue Code, the tax code.
For instance, like when you have a city that you want to make a city and it's actually like recognized by the state as a city, it's called becoming incorporated. It doesn't mean that you're like a for-profit corporation. Doesn't mean you're I don't even know, Wayland Yutani, right? It just means that you are becoming part of the thing.
We're going to go to section 7701, subsection A1. This is a very, very important term, probably the most important term you will ever learn in all of law. The term person shall be construed to mean and include an individual, a trust, estate, partnership, association, company, or corporation.
Do you notice the commas between those different clauses in the sentence? That's because it's a list of different things. A person is an individual. It can also be, for the purposes of legal documentation, a trust, estate, or company. But that doesn't mean you are a company when you're called a person. Oh, God.
So, United States is a person. That person is a federal corporation. All corporations are persons.
Not in the colloquial sense.
Okay. And this is why in a criminal case, you'll see at the top of the criminal case, it'll always say United States versus John Doe.
Yeah.
United States is a person.
Huh.
Now we're going to find out where is that person located.
It's not like a literal person. It is a party that can be involved in legal matters.
We're going to go to UCC section 9-307, location of debtor, location of person, subsection H.
It feels like they're being intentionally obtuse, Harold Elwoman. I could be wrong, but it feels like it has to be intentional. Or if not intentional, some sort of weird, like, their brain's blocking it out because it's easier for them to just think it's the thing they want it to be.
Location of United States. The United States is located in the District of Columbia.
That's the seat of federal power for the United States.
Now, we don't know where. We don't know what size. We don't know what section. We don't know what coordinates. It could be a circle. It could be a star. It could be a heart.
What?
We have absolutely no idea the size and scope of where inside the District of Columbia, United States, is located. And I don't think anybody else knows either. I've never seen any information that clarifies it any farther than this. Meaning, let's say you were born in Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia, and someone said, oh, you were born in the United States. Well, they would have to prove that. And I don't think it's provable at all.
What? That's Demon, thanks for 200 bits. You can prove where you were born. That's what a birth certificate's for.
To be honest with you, I don't think...
In lieu of that, yeah, you'd have to guess, I suppose. But if you were born in any of the 50 states, that's America. There's also protectorates and stuff, but for simplicity, we're just talking about states.
Physical boundary delineation of where United States is actually located within the territorial boundaries of the District of Columbia has ever been published. So I don't think it's provable. I do not physically think it's provable at all. United States is a corporation, so it would fit the definition of the term person.
Gotcha.
Starbucks is a person.
The semantic games they try and play are frustrating.
Shell Gas Incorporated is a person.
For the purposes of a lawsuit, for the purposes of certain, like, bureaucratic and legal matters, it is considered that so it can be party to lawsuits and legal action. That doesn't mean they're literally saying it's a person and that persons, flesh and blood, are tantamount to private for-profit corporations or vice versa.
Like a law firm, like a Shardle. One of the guys' names Shardle. One of the guys that tried to sue me. That was funny. Let's say Shardle and Williamson. LLP.
Boxy's pronouns are she, her today.
A person. It would be an association or a partnership, right? An LLC is a person because it's a limited liability company. See? Company. Those are all persons. Okay. Now we're going to find out if we've already figured out that United States is a federal corporation, which is a person located in the District of Columbia. We have no idea where. I don't think anyone on the planet really knows. Now we're going to find out how that relates.
This just feels like when PP or the other people on the PP show are like, we have no idea what the fuck's going on, man. Using feigned ignorance or actual ignorance as an argument in and of itself. Very strange.
To the term United States citizen. Okay. Now, if you look at, so this is 42 USC 9102 subsection 18. Now, this is interesting because you can see here more evidence as to what I've already said. United States citizen means any corporation, partnership, association, or other entity organized and or existing under the laws of the United States. So Starbucks is, by definition, a United States citizen.
With respect to the law.
Chase Bank is, by definition, a United States citizen. It's a person. Microsoft is by definition a united.
Italian Shakespeare says relevant with a link. Let's see. Corporations are people, my friend.
Corporations are people, my friend.
We can raise taxes on. Of course they are. Everything corporations earn ultimately goes to people.
States citizen.
Yeah, and not in all contexts.
Apple.
Sovereign citizens will do this a lot. They'll look at specific definitions that exist under certain legal codes or certain legal contexts and then act as though it is a universal definition of terms, when even between contracts, the definitions of the same word can differ, much less within different places in the legal code.
Is by definition a United States citizen, which is a total mindfuck. But this is the proof to show you that what I'm talking about. The fact that it is a corporation is a person. Person can be a United States citizen, okay? Now, the one that we're going to look at here, though, is this first one. This is when we're talking about an individual, which is not an entity such as an estate, partnership, association, company, trust, corporation. We have an individual. So any individual who is a citizen of the United States by law, birth, or naturalization. Law means by contract, operated.
Law does not mean by contract, necessarily. Oh my god.
Under the laws of, meaning that you volunteered into, operate under the laws of the United States. Birth means you were born in the District of Columbia, but even that is...
Nope, not the District of Columbia, in the United States, which is, again, the country.
It's very easy to defend against because... Where in the District of Columbia?
Why they have lists of legal definitions and legal documents. Yep.
I don't think anyone knows. So that's really easy to combat. Then we have this term naturalization. And most people have heard this term. Nobody knows what that term means.
What? You don't... There's a whole naturalization process if you want to get citizenship in the United States. What do you mean no one knows? It's a well-established and documented process. What?
We're going to go to find that definition of that term, and it's going to shock you. You think you're shocked so far if this is all new.
Why did you go to 8 USC 1101
for those,
instead of just looking up for the definition of naturalization? Is it because you wanted to find one specific definition in one specific code that you think works for your thing? Rageology, what do you want me to look up? In which edition of Black's Law Dictionary, 5th or 6th?
Those listening on the audio side, if you'd like to see the video presentation...
Naturalization? Which edition?
Please tune in to Rumble or Rockfin, and that's where you can check that out.
The big edition? Okay.
Yeah, this one here...
this one's from 1979. The 6th edition's from the 90s.
I do understand that this is going to be very difficult to swallow. If you think the first parts... Usually the first parts... I've given this presentation hundreds of times. The United States being a person and a corporation and how that works, that's usually pretty easy to swallow. This part is usually where...
Naturalization, the process by which a person acquires nationality after birth and becomes entitled to the privileges of citizenship. In the United States, collective naturalization occurs when the designated groups are made citizens by treaty, as the Louisiana Purchase, or by law of Congress, as in the annexation of Texas and Hawaii. Individual naturalization must follow certain steps. A. Petition for naturalization by a person of lawful age who has been a lawful resident of the United States for 5 years. B. Investigation by the Immigration and Naturalization Service to determine whether the applicant can speak and write the English language, has a knowledge of the fundamentals of American government and history, is attached to the principles of the Constitution, and is of good moral character. C. Hearing before a U.S. District Court or certain state courts of record. And D. After a lapse of at least 30 days, a second appearance in court when the oath of allegiance is administered. Wow! That seems pretty clear to me! Oh, that was satisfying. That's a good book close.
Where, a huge percentage of the audience starts to fall down. They just can't believe it. It can't be. There's no way. Now, when I first learned about this definition of naturalization, I walked around for literally 60 days in a haze. I couldn't believe it. I was trying to figure out how it could be, how it couldn't be. Am I missing something? Is there a secret definition? There are a lot of secret definitions. There is a lot of digging that's required in a lot of these things.
Definitions you find in specific legal codes are not universal. Please stop. I'm begging you.
This particular definition I'm about ready to show you does not fit that category. I recommend that you should dig into it for yourself. This is going to hit you about as hard as Mike Tyson. Okay. Definition of naturalization comes from 8 USC 1101 subsection A23. The term naturalization means the conferring of nationality of a state upon a person after birth by any means whatsoever.
Yes, because this is a definition. It's not telling you how you would become naturalized. It's telling you the definition of naturalization. If you want how to become naturalized, you'd have to look at the current United States codes on it, which you're not. You're looking at the definition. So he's going to probably say, by any means, what does that mean? Yeah, because you're looking at the definition of the word, not how to become naturalized. Reading, people, it's fundamental. Reading comprehension. Teach it to your kids. Teach your kids reading comprehension, or I'll be covering them on stream in 20 years. Cicero Fields, thanks for a 3-stream streak.
Now, like I said, most people, and I was one of them, you're gonna need 30 to 60 days of mulling this around in your head to realize this is the most insane thing most people have ever heard in their entire lives. Because we're going to break down this definition, and we're going to break down every single word in this definition, but I feel that this definition...
What do you mean by do? What do you mean by you? What do you mean by believe? What do you mean by in? What do you mean by God?
really is the secret to everything, personally. So far in my research, okay? And I didn't know about this definition back when I did the free contract killer course. This came afterward, right? But a lot of the stuff that I talk about in the free contract killer course all fits into this, but this is a much simpler, easier, more direct
Mess Demon, thanks for a 5-stream streak.
How this works, okay? So, conferring. They're actually referring to the normal dictionary definition on this. It's just bestowing an honor upon or a characteristic, very simple. We'll go over nationality of a state. We're going to go over what that means, state, in just a moment. Upon a person, you can see the word person here is clickable. There's a slightly different definition for Title 8, but it means the same thing as Title 26. We're going to click that word. You'll see here the term person means an individual or an organization. And that definition, the source for that definition is right here on the upper right, 8 USC 1101, subsection B3. B as in boy. Okay. It's the same thing as the Title 26 definition. It's just that instead of clearly delineating each type of entity, they just say individual or organization. But it's the same definition. Okay. After birth, by any means whatsoever. So if the term person could mean an organization, then the term birth would mean the date that the organization was brought into being, would be the birth of that organization. Okay. So let's reread this again. I'm going to replace the word person with individual or organization.
But that's not what it means in this context. They're talking about literal people, but okay.
The term naturalization means the conferring of nationality of a state upon an individual or organization after birth by any means whatsoever. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start digging into what the definition of the word state means. We're going to go on to
a government entity, and a sovereign governing body of some kind.
We're going to go down
like the United States government
to look at some definitions here. So we have the definition of the word state from Black's Law. It means here, and it's now this is I could show you all the Black's Law, but this is just my website. It's for these presentations. It takes too long to dig through Black's Law, so. If you would like to verify these, please look in Black's Law yourself, and the definitions, it will tell you here which edition it comes from, so you can feel free, obviously, to
6th edition.
double check all of my definitions to make sure that I'm not...
In its largest sense, a state is a body politic or society of men.
So from Black's Law 6th edition, the term state, in its largest sense, a state is a body politic or society of men. Pretty awful definition, in my opinion. So we're going to go up to body
Wait, why?
politic. Body politic from Black's Law 4th edition means state or
Why are you jumping between editions? There's decades between these.
nation or public associations. Pretty awful definition. So I went and I said, okay, what is nation then? I'm just trying to dig this down to try to find the definition that actually makes sense, right? Now I dug around.
Is he aware that he can reference normal dictionaries too? Black's Law Dictionary is for specific legal definitions. Like, if it's not otherwise stated, you can look up words in the normal dictionary to reference for Black's Law Dictionary. It's just that their definitions are specific to the legal context.
And state and nation mean the same thing. So I was digging around and I found this court case where they define the term nation in a way where it finally made sense to me. And it's beautiful. It's a life-changing definition. It's about as life-changing as the definition of naturalization. So nation or state means the same thing. That definition is an independent body politic, a society of men united together for the purpose of promoting their mutual safety and advantage.
Waiting on Black's Law Thesaurus.
By the joint efforts of their combined.
I'm waiting for the Black's Law Rhyming Dictionary.
Strength.
I'm gonna be dropping bars you wouldn't fucking believe at the at the bar.
But every combination of men who govern themselves independently of all others will not be considered a nation. A body of pirates, for example, who govern themselves are not a nation. To constitute a nation, another ingredient is required. The body thus formed must respect other nations in general, and each of their members in particular. Such a society has her affairs and her interests. She deliberates and takes resolutions in common, thus becoming a moral person who possesses an understanding and will peculiar to herself and is susceptible of obligations and rights. Now we're going to break all this down.
You need to?
It's very, very simple. It's just like the human body is composed of a bunch of cells that kind of come together and cohese into one big collection or group or body, right? It's the same thing. It's a bunch of individual people who come together and they operate as a group, and they have good internal operations and internal tranquility, and they issue good tranquility and good relations externally to their body. That's it. That is the definition of the term nation. Now, the term nation has nothing to do with territory or location or coordinates. Nothing. There's no such thing as land involved for a nation or anything. It's just a bunch of people who operate together. So your podcast is, by definition, a nation. It is
no, it's not.
It's an independent,
not in any practical way.
Politic. It is a society of men united together for the purpose of promoting their mutual safety and advantage by the joint, blah, blah, and go on and on. So,
Profane Priestess says, a nation and state are not the same thing. A nation is a group with a shared culture, language, or other characteristics. A state is a type of government that holds a hierarchical monopoly on force.
So a nation is just an idea. A nation is not a location. For example, United Nations. United Nations is not a location. It's an idea.
Yeah, but the United Nations itself isn't does he think the United Nations is a nation, is a country?
If you go into the Foreign Affairs Manual, which is the manual that goes into how the passport works, if you go to 8FAM505.2 and you scroll.
Okay, I'm done with this guy. He's literally trying to cherry pick specific definitions, and he's just doing it over and over, so it's getting into, you know, territory where it's just repeating the same thing. All right, let's do a raid. I think we're done for the day. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Had a lot of fun. Appreciate it very, very much. So let's do this raid. Have a great night, everyone. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know what we will be doing, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. Love you too, Mr. Blast. Make sure you vote on Discord for tomorrow's costume. I'll put that up in a sec. And have a great night, everyone. It's just good to see y'all.